Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another Justice University Lions home baseball game here at our home park, Matt.
We are. We're at Nozomi Park.
Nozomi Park.
Beautiful Chandler, Arizona.
We are greeted by Joe's music today as well.
We have walk-up music, between inning music.
We do. And Nozomi Park, just if you're going to come check out games in the future, right off of Kyrene Road on the Loop 202 South Santan Freeway, just north of there. Easy way to get here and a great facility so far from what we can tell. Today's game featuring the Justice University Lions, but they're playing their guests today from the University of the Southwest in New Mexico, the Mustangs.
The Mustangs, yeah.
So we'll see them. What do we know about Justice the last couple games?
Well, they had a game last night. I was seeing some of the players that had dirty uniforms. I'm like, not enough time to wash the old jersey between night game to day game.
Not enough time or not enough quarters, one of the two.
One or the other. But anyway, they had a rough one last night against the more seasoned program of Arizona Christian University down at their place in Glendale. It was a rough one. They scratched out one hit. That was all she wrote for the offense. And they were facing a tough lefty on the mound. And so the score was rough. We'll put it that way. They took the L. And look at a rebound quickly here. Baseball, got to have a short memory. So quickly going to flip the page to the University of Southwest Mustangs. We got Mark Graham on the hill today for the Justice. I think he's making his first start as a Justice Lion.
We saw him get the save last weekend.
We did.
First time starting. So trying both ends of the lineup here.
That's it. He's got his battery made today. Behind the plate is number 24, Durso Melendez. And around the horn, third base, you got Caden Randall out there. Shortstop, Federico Tibertini. Emric Avenentes at second. First is Trey Williams, and then outfield left to right. We have Takahashi in left, Peterson in center, and right is David Roboloff. Leading off for the Mustangs is Alex Montiel, number 5. He's the third baseman.
Alex Montiel, a senior from Kyle, Texas, Hayes High School. 6'1", third base, shortstop too sometimes apparently.
He's a big guy there in the leadoff spot.
Yeah.
Graham gets his sign, kicks and fires for the first pitch of the game, and that one is high. Off the tip of the glove for Durso Melendez, to the backstop it goes, and ball one for Mark Graham. Again, got to get those butterflies out of the way. First collegiate start perhaps for Mark, at least as a Justice Lion. Ball two, missing high. Just not following through usually when that happens. 2-0 count on Alex Montiel, the leadoff hitter for the Mustangs. Here comes Graham's 2-0 delivery, misses high again. 3 straight high ones.
I'm not sure about his starting history, but he is a junior out of Vacaville, California, transfer student, so he has played ball elsewhere. Just not sure if he started elsewhere.
Definitely first start as a Lion. Misses all 4 high. That's a leadoff walk. Not what you want to do if you're the Lions, but he's got to find that zone. Got to shake that off and get back to the basics. Find your rhythm. If that fastball's missing high, maybe mix in a first pitch curveball or a changeup just to break the seal and get a strike. So the second hitter today for the Mustangs is Santiago Garcia. Here's a pitch from Graham. Little outside, little lower than the previous 4 pitches, but still has yet to find the strike zone. Garcia is the second baseman for the Mustangs. Graham's 1-0 is a strike. Finding the strike zone, gets that fastball over, and now he knows he can find it. That should cause him to relax a little bit out there.
Sometimes that's all you need is just to get that first one to realize, okay, there it is. There's that strike zone.
Here's Graham's 1-1, high again, 2-1 the count. Quick little look by Durso Melendez over at the base runner, but decides better than to throw over.
Mustangs starting with some older leadership. This is he's a senior as well.
Showing bunt. Again, that's just to distract a pitcher who's having trouble finding the strike zone already. Takes back, takes another ball. 3-1 the count. Graham's fighting it a little bit here early, but like you said, just takes one. But that wasn't the one. That's ball 4, and that's gonna be back-to-back walks to start his outing here at Nozomi. That'll bring up the third hitter for the Mustangs, number 18, Dong Jun Shen. He's the center fielder for the Mustangs.
Junior from Korea. So starting with some seasoned leadership, the Mustangs today. A lot of tall guys too. Shin 6'2".
He bunts, and that was touched fair. That's going to be.
It's going to be an error.
Hit.
Is that a base hit or an error?
An error. We'll wait to see the scoring decision on that from official scorer Zoe Pepper over on our home side. But either way you slice it, Graham's got a lot of trouble here in the first. Bases loaded, no outs on the bunt. Attempted, perhaps, sacrifice bunt.
Trey Williams over there first wanted that one back. He knew that he probably should have let that ball roll foul, but sometimes your instincts get the best of you.
He just took his eye off it momentarily, touched it fair as it was going foul. There's a strike to a very large individual, Mark Gonzalez, the DH,
That's
number 25.
One way to describe him. Yeah, 6'6".
And he's just looks strong. Looks like Mark changed pace a little bit on that one, and Gonzalez was out in front of it. And he's down, I believe, 0-2 in the count.
Another senior.
No place to put him, but there is a force at home. A comebacker could be a quick double play for Mark. That one's fouled off. Durso Melendez and Trey Williams give chase, but that one will land on the sidewalk and bounce into the parking lot. Did you park as close as you did last weekend, Jason?
Well, you can see the Prof G Mobile out there. It is further away than it was last time, and there's a couple trees in between. So I'm hoping,
I parked even further, remembering your cautionary tale from last weekend.
I'm just lazy, Matt. I didn't want to have to carry everything over here. That one sails above the batter's head. That's a really high pitch when the batter's 6'6".
I was way up there. Durso Melendez channeling his inner J.D. Walker from our basketball program to be able to stop that one from sailing to the backstop and allowing at least one run. But 1-2 the count on Gonzalez. Misses high, 2-2. Graham's continued to miss high throughout this inning so far. Just got to bend that knee a little bit more to get that ball down on his plant foot. That one looked close, but still a ball. And that'll bring up a full count with the sacks full of Mustangs. No place to put them. Graham's going to look to come here to Mark Gonzalez.
You have to just pitch this one and trust your defense, but...
Misses high, ball 4. And that's going to be an RBI walk for Mark Gonzalez. Third of the inning.
Here comes Coach Zach.
For Mark Graham, and I imagine they're going to talk fundamentals. Relax out there. Just trust yourself. Trust your instincts, like you were saying. Get back to what got you this far. One of the things that I'm not sure who the umpire was waving at there. Was he waving at us? He just kind of turned around and waved. Anyway, I was going to say one of the things Coach Zach told me earlier is he likes to give his pitchers a chance to fight for themselves when he goes out there to talk to them. Especially late in their outings. Alessandro Morrison now the hitter, the left fielder. Bases loaded, no outs, one in for the Mustangs. And there's a strike, first pitch strike for Mark Graham.
Morrison, another senior on this team from Albuquerque, New Mexico, transferred in from Lamar Community College.
Graham, the 0-1 count. Here's the delivery outside, ball one. A comebacker to the mound would be an absolute godsend at this point to just get a couple outs, get Mark calmed down. 1-1. Fires. Beautiful strike there. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Alessandro, in his last season, hit .450. So he's got a hot bat up there. That ball's a little outside.
That's with 20 at-bats.
It's a small sample size.
Not a power hitter, but reliable nonetheless. 9 hits last year, 5 RBIs.
And here's the delivery from Graham. Hit out deep to center field. Ranging over as the center fielder makes the catch. That's going to be deep enough to move the runners from second and third. That's a sac fly for Alessandro Morrison. Cy Peterson, coasts over and makes that catch, and with the 2 lead runners move up. First and third now with 1 out, 2 in for the Mustangs. That brings up the first baseman, Carlos Jaquez. Anderson gets that first out as we referenced. Hopefully that can calm him down a little bit. That one's high.
Another senior, Jaquez.
Jaquez is looking at his little cheat sheet there in his pocket. Not sure what they have intel-wise on Mark Graham. That ball's low, I believe. Oh, that's a strike. A little delay call there.
He was making up his mind.
I think sometimes an umpire can feel it for a pitcher when he's struggling with the strike zone. Jaquez, that one's wide. It's 3-1 now, the count. He peeks at that little cheat sheet he has on every pitch there. I'm not sure if it's telling him what to expect pitch-wise. I really don't know what it's telling him. It told him to lay off of that low pitch, and that's ball 4.
Fortunately, had second open on that one. Didn't walk in around this time.
But they're loaded again. And Jose Rosales is the hitter. Number 14, the catcher. Here's the first pitch to Rosales. That's wide of the target again.
Another tall guy, 6'2".
Marks over 25 pitches already in this inning with only 1 out. Ground ball would be absolutely what the doctor ordered here. There's a chopper to Tibertini. Over to Emmerich Avenente across to Trey Williams, and he gets out of that inning with no further damage. That is why you have a defense behind you. And after 1 inning, I think we're going to say 1 hit. Still not fully sure on that one. 2 runs. And so after 1/2 inning, University of Southwest Mustangs 2, Justice coming up to bat.
right, back here in Nozomi Park here in beautiful Chandler. 76 degrees at game time. Perfect baseball weather out here. 2-0 to score going into the bottom of the first inning. In favor of the visiting Mustangs.
Well, Zane Rush takes the hill for the Mustangs. Number 35. Sounds like a baseball name to me if I ever heard one. Leading off for the Lions is the second baseman, Emric Avenente. He's been a staple at the top of the lineup for the Lions thus far in the young season. Rush delivers. Avenente lays down a bunt. A good one at that. Pitcher fields it. The throw is wide, and it goes down the right field line. Avenente will take second with a leadoff bunt single and an error on the third baseman. This is what you do when you give up 3 runs in the top half. You fight right back. We saw this last Saturday in the first game of the doubleheader. And Emric is a table setter for sure. He's been doing that all season. And he continues here this afternoon. Well, batting second for the Lions is number 3, David Roboloth, who's playing right field here today. He has been leading the team in hitting thus far in this season. He and Avenente both like to steal bases once they get on. That pitch is a strike to Roboloth.
Zane Rush going against the grain with his team. This is a 6'3" freshman. First underclassman we've seen today.
He's got a long career ahead of him. He checks the runner at second and throws a slider that Roboloth swings on and misses. He's down in the count 0-2. David Roboloth had the lone hit last night against the ACU Firestorm, and he reached on an error as well. There goes Avenente, and that ball's cued off the end of his glove, and that's unfortunately going to be a tailor-made double play, as that ball's just hit off the end of the bat right to the first baseman, Carlos Jaquez. Emric Avenente is basically sitting on third base at that point, can't get back. And quickly 2 away for the DH, Rosalino Valenzuela Jr.
Definitely one way to get something back when you get a leadoff man on second. What a freak double play those. You don't usually see a lot of those where they pop right to the first baseman and on a steal.
Bad timing. That's probably was a hit and run. That's what that was. That's why he swung while he was running, and Lino takes low there.
Rush, a local kid from Grady, New Mexico, had 1 start this season. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, 2 hits in a loss.
Ball's chopped foul by Valenzuela Jr.
3.6 ERA after 1 start. And only 1 strikeout in that original start against Oklahoma Panhandle State. Probably
ball's chopped to second base. Sorry, Jason.
That's okay. You're calling the action. I'm just talking. So,
and that is going to wind up being a 3-up, 3-down situation as that out goes 4-3, and the Lions are retired in the bottom of the first. So after 1 inning, the University of the Southwest Mustangs 3, Justice University Lions 0.
back for the top of the second. Still 2-0 in favor of the Mustangs.
Timrod Cedillo, the hitter for the Mustangs. He's the shortstop here this afternoon. Mark Graham back out there for his second inning of work. He gets his sign and he delivers a strike to start off Cedillo.
Another senior, Matt.
Heavy on the upperclassmen are the Mustangs. And then that freshman on the hill today. That one a little outside or a little high, not sure. We have almost a perfect behind the plate view here today. The Mustang dugout is chatting over there. You can hear them chirping.
Cedillo, last season, 246 batter, 15 hits, 17 runs scored. Likes the multiple base hits, has 5 of those out of his 15.
That ball's lifted foul over on the right field side. Bouncing harmlessly far away from the Prof G-mobile.
From the Prof G-mobile, yes, but you didn't hear a
not
thud
that
against
car
it
that
hit
it tried
something.
That sounded delayed. I feel like it had landed seconds before I heard that sound, but I could be wrong. A 1-2 count.
Producer Jesse
Got
over there.
him looking. Strike 3.
Producer Jesse over there looking out for me over there. She's like, is that our truck? No, it's not our truck.
Mark Graham retires his first strikeout.
Needed that one for sure.
He does, and that's a good way to start the second inning. Brings up Jackson Anderson, the left-handed hitting right fielder, number 38 for the Mustangs. Graham starts him off with a pitch on the inside part of the plate, strike 1. I believe Anderson's been the only left-handed hitter in their lineup thus far. That ball's ripped down the right field line, but foul. He's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Anderson, a sophomore, transfer from College of the Desert. So, College of the Desert to University of the Southwest.
He likes to go to colleges with "of" in the title. Go to College of the Ozarks next.
Coming back.
Behind us. Bounces off a neighboring field's backstop, and he's still down 0-2. Graham looks in, he gets his sign. He comes set. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Curveball misses just a touch high. Jackson Anderson steps out and then back in. 2-2. I must have missed a ball in there. The count to Anderson. From Mark Graham, that ball is just a bit low. Durso Melendez wanted that one. But the umpire today says, nope, that one's a little low. That brings another full count. Here for Jackson Anderson, Mark Graham gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Misses just high. Actually, it was 2-2. Now it's 3-2. I did not miss a ball when I thought I missed a ball.
I thought I saw the ump pulled up 2-2 as well when you called that.
That's what I heard. Here's the full count delivery from Graham. That one's going to be at his ankles. And Anderson's going to draw a 1-out walk. Mark Graham kind of grabs at the dirt in frustration as he lost that one. That brings us back to the top of the order.
It's Anderson's first walk of the season.
Alex Montiel, the third baseman on leadoff hitter for the Mustangs, takes his place in the box. Graham checks the runner. Here's his first pitch to Montiel. Right down the middle for strike 1. 3 for 3 with first pitch strikes this inning. That is an important stat. He struggled in the first to find that strike zone. Here's the 0-1. A little bit outside. The count. Graham checks the runner. And there goes the runner. High throw is late and into center field. That's going to allow the base runner to get up and hustle down to third base. And now, one out and a man on third. And Alex Montiel's got a RBI chance here.
Montiel coming into the game struggling, hitting 167, just 3 of 12 in his first 4 games.
You kind of pitched the right, he picked the right pitch to run on there with the breaking ball, and then Melendez's throw got away. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Strikeout here would be clutch. Full count again from Mark Graham. I think his 5th or 6th full count of the afternoon already. That ball right down the middle, strike 3. Exactly what the doctor ordered. 2 outs now. Man on third still for Santiago Garcia. Graham needed that one, Jason.
He definitely did. It's really tough when you're out there starting and everybody's looking at you and things start to get away. You got to keep the frustration level down.
Garcia walked and scored in the first. He looks at ball 1. That breaking ball misses high. I want to make him hit the ball. It's a big part of the game, and make them hurt you. Don't give him gifts. Ball's bounced off the plate, and a really good play by both Durso Melendez and Trey Williams with the stretch there to get out of the way of the oncoming base runner to get the final out and retire the side. So no runs, no hits, 1 left on base, and at the end of 1.5, it's 3-0 Mustangs. Bottom of the second inning. Quick correction, 2-0 Mustangs.
Gosh, Matt, everybody at home going, where was that third run? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It felt like more runners scored in that first inning than actually did because those bases were loaded for most of the frame. But Durso Melendez digs in to face a beautiful first pitch curveball there by Zane Rush. And he's down to the count 0-1. And that ball is low and away, 1-1. Melendez and Jackson Campbell have been splitting the catching duty thus far for the Lions. That ball's fouled away, 1-2 the count.
Melendez, a local guy from Gilbert, but went off originally to Monroe College. Excuse me, Monroe University.
Down the right field line, just foul.
Sorry, Matt.
That's okay. Got some good bat on that ball, but that couldn't keep it fair. 1-2 delivery. Rush is ready to work real fast here. Set him up for that curveball again, and that is going to be out number 1.
That's a good looking curveball coming in there. Started inside. I think Melendez got locked up. Ended up over the plate. Melendez turns around and has a quick comment for the official. Nothing negative. Just
I think
hey, just remember, I'm the catcher too.
Yeah, I don't know if his kind of backswing nicked the catcher or what was going on there. But here's Trey Williams, first baseman.
Like you said, Rush is on the move right now. He's rushing, I dare say.
He is. He's pitching fast. He's working fast. Williams takes ball 1. And then again, ball 2. Williams is down just a touch in the lineup than he usually is. Usually in that 4 hole, now down in the 5. I think Coach Zach trying to get his groove at the plate a little more right now. He's taking 3 straight balls here to start this at bat. Nodding to himself, getting a good idea of what Rush is doing up there. Here's the 3-0 from Zane Rush. And that is going to be ball 4, missed a little high. So 4-pitch walk for Trey Williams. He's leading the team in walks right now. Can't give you a solid number because I didn't see the stats from last Sunday, but he's close to 10 walks already on the season. And here's Caden Randall, the third baseman. He's hitting in the 6th hole today, number 20. He's showing bunt, lays a good one down, back to the pitcher. And that's going to be a sacrifice 1-3 to retire Caden Randall.
I believe that's the second time in the 2 weekends we've been covering them that they've asked Caden Randall to sacrifice bunt. He got one last Saturday as well.
It's interesting when you sacrifice bunt with 1 out. Because you only have 1 out to get that runner from scoring position over. I think when you don't have any outs, that makes a little more sense. But Zach looking for manufacturing a run here with 2 outs. And here's Federico Tibertini from Parma, Italy, stepping in there. And he takes low ball 1. Freddie's the shortstop today. He's been a mainstay there for the last several games. He's got a dirty jersey from last night's action against ACU. There's a rip up the middle, clean base hit. Here comes Trey Williams around third. He's looking to score. Here's the relay throw cut off by the first baseman. And the Lions are on the board thanks to a RBI knock from Federico Tibertini. Getting the action going for the Lions.
Never a doubt on Trey Williams and Coach Zach there at third. He just ran right through third, never hesitated a second. Great running by Williams. Clutch hit.
Getting on the board is always where you got to start. And they've done that here. And looking to keep it going is Cy Peterson, who's moved up to the 8 hole today. He's been hitting in that 9 spot.
We heard last week Freddie's family all the way in Italy watching the game. They probably, if they're watching again, they enjoyed that hit.
Sure they did. Their country hosting the Winter Olympics that is starting today. Opening ceremony happening, I believe, right about now, maybe an hour from now.
They didn't ask you to go cover those, Matt?
Oh, I would go in a heartbeat. I love the Winter Olympics. There goes the runner, Tibertini, and the catcher can't hold on to it. That's going to be a stolen base for Federico. And now Cy Peterson's got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Just when I was doubting Zach's strategy bunting with 1 out, it paid off dividends so far. Cy's been a clutch hitter thus far in the season as well. This would be a great time for another hit. That one's inside and low.
When a call works, Matt, it becomes the greatest call ever by a coach.
Right.
When it doesn't work, it's like, why did he do that? So far, so good for Coach Zach on that one.
Rush checking the runner. Tibertini's dancing off second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a strike in there for Peterson.
Peterson hoping the hesitation from the umpire meant ball, but he nodded his head after he called a strike.
Sometimes you just start to go towards first knowing it probably was a strike. But maybe you can influence the decision. Here's the pitch. Ripped over the head of the shortstop into left center. Here comes the runner. And we're all knotted up at 2 as Cy Peterson delivers an RBI. Base runner scoring. Federico Tibertini. And we got a new ball game, 2-2. Good piece of hitting there by Cy Peterson. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, the left fielder, Kato Takahashi.
Takahashi, a solid series last weekend.
Oh, and Peterson should have been picked off first base there. I think he was out. But that we benefited there from the umpire's positioning. As a two-man crew, you have to be over at second base with a runner on. And umpire at first base might have had a different look there. But either way, Peterson's safe. Another throw over. That one was close as well. Peterson elected not to go down sliding there.
I'm showing you the QR right now.
There's the pitch. Stealing second is Cy Peterson, and he's in there safe. Looks like the catcher slipped a little bit on that throw.
A couple of steals here in this inning have been really productive for the Lions.
The dirt around home plate looks a little rough. Looks like it could use some raking. And the catcher, Jose Rosales, probably would agree with me on that one, as Cy Peterson gets a stolen base there. The formula has been, Jason, get on, get over, get in. And that's worked so far in this inning.
The last one a bit inside, called a strike by the home plate umpire.
Takahashi looking to do what his two previous teammates did with an RBI base hit. Ball ripped off to the right, foul. Threatening to injure another car out there.
Takahashi all the way from Tokyo, Japan. So we have in this inning an Italian-born player and a Japanese player. Great recruiting. We said this last week by Zach.
Now ball high and inside. The other catcher that's not catching today is Jackson Campbell. He hails from Australia.
Somebody walking by streaming our game, and
it's like, hey, I just said that 10 seconds ago.
I heard my voice.
That ball skips away, and Takahashi's going to reach.
Standing up.
I don't know if he swung at that or was that ball 4. I lost track of the count.
No, I think he swung at that one, but had to run it out because the ball got loose.
So that was a strikeout, but he reaches on the strikeout.
That's what I think. I mean, we could verify with the expert Zoe over there.
And Cy Peterson got the third base there. And that brings back the top of the order for the Lions and Emmerich Avenente. Rush has got men on first and third here as he's trying to get out of this with no further damage done. Takahashi bluffs a steal, and that ball misses inside.
Kiddo we saw last week was pretty quick when he's running the bases.
They got some speed out there. Avenente he's been taking his walks. He's been getting on base any way he can to help his team. Rush checking the runners. Looks a throw over to first, and Takahashi gets back safely.
Got a good pickoff move, though.
He's got quick feet, and that can, right-handed pitchers, you got to have quick feet to have a good pickoff move. Again, Rush, the delivery. There goes Takahashi this time. That throw down is cut off, and then thrown back to third, but no one's looking. And Cy Peterson's going to score.
3-2 Lions. Good heads-up base running by Peterson.
That little miscommunication that there's kind of a play on there. The second baseman cut that throw off short of the bag, snap, throw it over to third, but the third baseman wasn't looking. And not only that, that was a beautiful throw by the catcher. I think if they let that go through, he may have been out.
Very well could have been. It was close.
Peterson scores on the E4.
Is that Montiel over there on third?
Yeah, Montiel's the third baseman today for the Mustangs, and coach is out talking things over. His infield is kind of lost their composure just a touch here, and getting Zane Rush all calmed down after the inning for the Lions. A lot of small ball here, as we've said, getting on, getting over, a couple clutch singles, and then a throwing error brought in that third run. You still got Takahashi over there on second for Avenente. So he hits with a man in scoring position still. 2-1 the count. Rush checks the runner, and here's his pitch. Inside, 3-1. Avenente shows a lot of patience up there at the plate.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say that. Not on that one.
Not on that one. He got out in front of that breaking ball, and full count for...
Looks like he was looking fastball and just a little bit off speed.
Full count now, 2 outs for Emerick Avenente. Zane Rush, here comes his pitch. And that's in the dirt, swung on and missed, and completing the strikeout, 2-3. And that will do it in the bottom half of the second inning. 3-2 Lions going into the third. At Nozomi Park in Chandler. We've got a 3-2 game. Justice University Lions on top of the University of the Southwest Mustangs. We go to the top of the third, and third place hitter Dong Jun Shin comes up for his second at bat. He reached on a bunt single in the first inning. Take a pitch high there, ball one. Shin's the center fielder for the Mustangs. He swings on and misses that one. 1-1 the count.
Strong start to the season for Shin, batting .500 after 4 games. 7 of 14 from the plate. Couple of strikeouts, a few RBIs. And he sent the ball out of the park on 1 home run.
Twice hitting third in the lineup, I'm sure. Graham's missing high on the last couple pitches to Shin. That one ripped to left. You see that power he has. Such clean power. Not over swinging. Kind of reminds you of some of the ball players from the Far East that you see in the pros, like Shohei Ohtani. Just such a sweet swing. Shin's got a sweet swing as well. Here's the pitch. That ball is popped up towards the Prof G Mobile. No, it's not even close. Sorry,
Wide ride of the Prof G Mobile thing.
I made you look, though.
It's like a segment we should have of the broadcast, you know?
Where in the world is the Prof G Mobile?
Yeah, tracking the Prof G Mobile, like NORAD, you know?
There you go. 2-2 to Shin. Misses high, full count. It makes it all the... A 2-2. Correction. It makes it all the more impressive that with Shin's batting average that they had him bunt in that first inning. That ball lifted to shallow right field. Also second baseman giving hunt. And Emric Avenente will make the grab.
Got some real good air under that one.
That was way up there.
Avenente able to come all the way from second base to far right field, shallow, and make that catch. Good talking though, because the right fielder was right there too, and that could have been a problem. They're talking to each other though.
The good communication's important, not only to make the play but to keep everyone safe out there. Mark Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter, is now at the plate. And he swings at the first pitch and lifts it way high in the air over towards the third baseman, Caden Randall, who hangs with it, fighting that high sky. And a one pitch out, which is what Mark Graham needs with his pitch count rising. And there's quickly 2 away. Alessandro Morrison now the hitter. I hear his teammates calling him Bear. That must be his nickname.
Morrison's still looking for his first hit of the season, Matt.
Morrison had a sac fly to center field, his first at bat. Swing on and miss. Elusive first hit, it can be, for sure.
Only struck out once in his first 5 games.
Graham's got him set up 0-2 here. Let's see what he does. Inside fastball. Little up and in, chin music a little bit there. 2-2 the count. Or 1-2. 1-2 the count. That one is in the dirt. Two and two from Mark Graham to Alessandro Morrison. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Nobody on. And now another full count as that one's high.
Bases are empty. Barring a long ball, you just got, like I said, you got to just put it in there and trust your defense.
Defense has come up clutch so far today. That ball's ball 4, another walk from Mark Graham. To Alessandro Morrison.
Quick conversation with Melendez.
That's his 5th walk.
Oh, here comes Coach Zach. May not be such a quick conversation after all.
I don't know how long, like you said, Graham has been a relief pitcher also. That was a very fast conversation. I was going to say, I don't know if he's on a pitch count being a reliever or if he's stretched out enough to go deep into this game, but Zach's just, hey, seeing some stuff I saw in the first inning. You good? Yep, I'm good. All right. Just don't forget to finish your pitches. Something like that. We speculate, of course.
Just says he mic'd up in your ear, Matt?
Yeah. We have a direct connection there. Carlos Jaquez, the catcher, or the first baseman, I'm sorry, comes up and he takes strike one, the outside corner. Jaquez walked his first time up. Here's the pitch from Mark Graham. That's ripped past the shortstop into left field for a hit. The runner will hang on there at second base, and Jaquez has himself a 2-out hit. Now there's 2 on and 2 outs. And the Mustangs have something cooking here in the third.
Zach on his way back out again, though. That might do it for Graham.
That's going to be the end of Mark Graham's afternoon with the second mound visit. That means a pitching change. And here comes Jarrett Chavez is going to take over from the pen, number 7. Gives a glove bump to his teammate, and we'll be back after he warms up to tell you more about him. Well, Chavez is done with his warm-up pitches. Well, there's his last one there, to be exact. We're ready to go here in the top of the third. He inherits 2 runners, but he also has 2 outs. Here comes Jose Rosales, the catcher. Jared Chavez gets his sign, and here comes his first pitch on the afternoon. Strike. Nice fastball. Getting over there. Jared's from California, I believe. Orange County. He's a freshman. Here's his pitch. He loves baseball, of course. He also loves playing the guitar, Jason.
Look at you getting to know the ins and outs of all these players.
Yeah, I've had Jarrett in a few classes now. He's a good kid. Helped you guys put up the pop-up tent earlier.
Yes, he did.
Very nice individual. There's a fly ball to right field. Backing up on it is the right fielder, Roboloff, and he will squeeze it for out number 3. Jarrett Chavez gets out of the damage with no runs scored for the Mustangs. We're going to go to the bottom of the third here. 3-2 Lions. Bottom of the third inning, David Robeloff steps in for the Lion half of the inning. Zane Rush still back out for his third inning of work. Rushes that one up there. Fastball misses low.
Robeloff, a local guy from Queen Creek. He's a sophomore.
He chops that one. That's going to be trouble. Third baseman comes up and gets it, but David beats that one out. Infield single for Robeloff.
First baseman had to jump off the bag to catch that one.
I don't think a good throw would have got him anyway. David was there, and he extends his team lead on hits for the year for the Lions, and he is a threat to run up there. Putting on his oven mitt that they wear to help them slide and not hurt any of those hamate bones in the hand. He's going on the first pitch, but Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. fouls that one back. He's going to have to retreat. Robeloff is going to take his sweet time coming back to first as he's still getting his glove in position there. Lino's been wanting to break loose with some hits here. Looked a little frustrated at the plate last night, and in his first at bat today, Zane Rush checks the runner. Here's a pitch, fouled straight back again, almost the exact same place as the first one. And he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Robeloff took off on that first pitch. He did not on the second. We'll see what he does on the third. Rush continues to check him over there. And pickoff move. Robeloff is back in time. Jason, you know what this weather reminds me of? It is spring training season. It's right around the corner.
Does that have anything to do with you sitting at a baseball field watching a game right now, too?
Yes. Everything to do. That one's inside, ball 1-2. Hey, and I didn't have to pay $35 for a game that doesn't count. This is real baseball, and it counts. So I like that. Another throw over to Robeloff. He's back in time. Whoever does his laundry's probably not so happy right now. Robeloff gets his lead off first again. Here's the pitch to Valenzuela. Misses. Oh, he's going to get rung up on the inside corner.
Very tardy call by the umpire.
3. Yeah, there's one out. That's the 4th K for Rush on the afternoon. That brings up Durso Melendez, the catcher for the Lions, with 1 out.
We have been seeing this umpire seems to like to ring them up forcefully, and so we've seen a few late strikeout calls here today. Going both ways.
He's been consistent for sure. Rush checks the runner, and he throws over.
Just about missed the first baseman on that one.
Robeloff gets back.
Which, if you're the home team, you'll take that. Go ahead and miss the first baseman.
Robeloff has been definitely bothering him over there. Not going. That one's in the dirt. Creating chaos on the base paths has been the goal of these Lion top-of-the-order hitters. We've seen it at the bottom of the order, too, with Peterson and Takahashi, a very similar approach. Stealing when they can. Zane Rush checks the runner again. Here's the pitch. And there goes Robeloff. That throw is high, and he'll get in there safe with a stolen base.
Second baseman there to make the catch. Great catch. That almost sailed to the outfield, but not in time to get the runner.
Another good pitch to run on as that was high.
And off speed, too.
And off speed.
Almost looked like the catcher was waiting on it. I need to throw this ball. Get it in here.
Melendez swings on and misses. Now with the man in scoring position. 2-1 count for Durso. Robeloff is a threat to take third as well. He stole 2 bases last night against ACU. That ball is hit to the shortstop. He's going to go on to third to get Robeloff, who is going on contact, and he's gunned down.
Yeah.
Laps and base running there.
Yeah, that ball hit right to the shortstop. Probably wishes he didn't take off, but Lions still have one on, just not in scoring position. And you got to respect the Trey Williams walk-up music, little king of pop.
Little Billie Jean. Trey Williams now with the man on first base. 2 outs. Swings on. Can't handle that breaking ball by Rush. He's down 0-1 in the count. Melendez, the catcher, I believe typically they have a courtesy runner come run for him. I didn't see who came out. That runner is going. That is, and in there safe. The courtesy runner is Calvin Currio, who steals stolen base. Steals second base, that is.
That's 3 or 4 we've seen just close enough to almost get the runner, but Justice doing well on the bases, stealing.
You keep running until they make you stop. That's kind of the name of the game. That ball in the dirt, Williams wanted to swing at that, but he held on. The ball in the dirt has been a bugaboo from some of the sluggers of the Lions so far, going for that pitch, not being able to handle it. 2-1 now on Trey Williams. Rush checks the runner at second. Currio. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, even at 2-2.
Trey wanted all of that one. He took a big swing at that.
Just struggling a little bit up there is Williams, trying to find it. The 2-2 to number 22 for Rush. Chop towards second base. He gets it on a hop and throws him out. And that will end the inning with no damage done. The Lions threaten but don't score. At the end of 3, it's 3-2 Justice. Top of the 4th inning. And Timrod Cedillo is going to lead off the Mustang half of the 4th. Jarrett Chavez out after retiring the 3rd out of the 3rd inning. Now he gets a clean inning of his own. Tim struck out looking his first time. Chavez gets a sign and hits Cedillo on the shoulder. That ball came right at us.
You had a little moment there. There is a fence between us, Matt.
Yeah.
You had a little reflex jump.
Sure. You can't If you don't react at all, are you alive? That's all I'm saying. Hit by pitch. Not a great way to start the inning for Chavez, but the Mustangs will take it. And here's Jackson Anderson, who walked in, stole a base his first time up. That ball's high and away. Chavez checks Cedillo over there at first. And he throws over, snap throw, gets him. Jarrett Chavez picks off Timrod Cedillo, and there's one out in the inning.
First successful pickoff for either team today. Been a lot of tries, but that was a great pick. Low right at the bag, so Trey didn't have to go down too far to tag the man out.
Chavez showing a strong pickoff move over there. Now working with nobody on base. Here's the pitch from Chavez outside and high. Working on the mound a little bit, trying to find proper footing. Chavez gets his sign and delivers to Anderson inside. It's been a little wild in this inning so far, hitting the first batter and still trying to find that command out there on the hill. But he still manufactured his own out with that pickoff.
I was going to say, as a coach, you got to love when a guy maybe makes a mistake and then makes up for it on his own.
Anderson thought that was ball four. I don't know how much he thought it was ball four. He didn't even let go of the bat. But he was willing it to happen, but it didn't.
That's another one of those later strike calls.
Later strike calls. 3-1 is the count from Chavez to Anderson. That one ripped down the first base line and fair. It's going to go down into the corner. Roboloff is scooping it up. Anderson's digging for three. Cut off by Avenente. Anderson throws on the brakes and gets back to second base. And he's safe with a double.
Probably would have gotten in there at three. But coach playing a little conservative, not knowing these Justice Lions quite yet. Maybe not knowing the arm strength from right field.
Trey Williams just missed that one over at first base, but it got past him and got down into the corner. Anderson's fast. Like you said, he may have been able to make it to third there, but he looked up as he was digging around second, saw that stop sign, threw up the brakes, and got back.
He kept running through the matrix. You know what I mean?
He did.
Mr. Anderson.
Back to the top of the order, and Alex Montiel, Alex Montiel back up, third baseman. Now Anderson kind of reminds me of Cy Peterson, how he's a good hitter up there, even though he's at the bottom of the order, and steals some bases, including his attempt here at third base, and he's in there.
Great grab by Randall, though, at third.
The throw beat him, but the throw was offline, and like you said, Caden Randall digs it well to prevent a run there. Anderson steals third, though, and he's there with one out. Montiel would like nothing more than to knock him in here with one out.
I think Montiel would like it just to get a hit here. Again, he's been struggling this season so far.
Chavez pitches up and out for a ball.
You see Melendez behind the plate even kind of hesitating to make sure, is the ump going to call that a strike or no?
Jared Chavez checks the runner at third. Nobody's holding him over there. Here's the pitch. That ball was just a bit high on the breaking ball.
Right about the shoulders instead of the letters there. Just barely missed him.
Walks have been a problem for a lot of the line relievers so far in this campaign. It's pitch from Chavez. That ball is headed towards the parking lot, actually towards the other fields behind us. And that's strike one, I believe, on 3-2. Strike two on Montiel. Full count.
You were so worried about the Prof G Mobile on that one, you lost count of the strikes.
I was.
For a second. Timeout by the batter. Pitch clock has really taken out some of those extended breaks.
These players have all been pretty eager to get the game going, so that's been good to see. That ball ripped through the hole, base hit. Montiel gets a base knock, and we are all knotted up at 3. He just went with that pitch, hit it the opposite way, right through the hole between first and second base. First baseman and second baseman. And
so this is a learning thing for me, obviously, Matt. You know a lot more about baseball, admittedly. Is there a rule in college similar to the pros where they've done something about the shift and things like that where they can't?
I don't believe so. I think they can shift as much as they want in college, but I could be wrong. We could have asked Coach Zach that. Another hit the opposite way. That's going to get down, and Roboloff is going to get it. Runners are going to be at second and third here with 2 outs as a double, 2-out double for Santiago Garcia. Keeps this inning moving. Both of the last hitters went opposite way, took the pitch right where Chavez left it, and went with it. Back-to-back good pieces of hitting by the Mustang hitters. This brings up Shin, the third place hitter, the center fielder. Shin hitting in the 3-hole today, as you said, batting .500 coming into this contest. Showed some pop. Chavez throws that one low in the dirt. Melendez taking a peek at the third. Runner at third, not going off of third, as that ball was well blocked.
You never want to load the bases. I just wonder with an open first base, if you
their best hitter at the plate,
try not to give him anything to hit
right
cleanly.
Now, I think the count matters in that too. If he gets into a 2-0 count is a hitter's count, but you get the 3-0, 3-1, you might consider it. We'll see. See if he chases. Chavez didn't like a couple signs by Melendez, got the one he wanted. And here's the 2-0 to Shin, who rips the ball to left center. That's going to be down and 2-hop the wall. That's going to score both runners. And Shin has an RBI double, and the Mustangs shoot on top 5-3.
Just what you didn't want to see, unfortunately. He gets up there, does his job the way he's supposed to do it, but sad turn of events for the Lions here. See if he can shake it off and get back to it. No movement from Coach Zach yet. No indication he's looking at a bullpen suggestion yet. Melendez has a quick chat with his pitcher. Now he's coming back behind the plate.
Just one out here. Just the pickoff is the only out Chavez has collected in this inning. 1 out, man on second. And here's the fourth plate, the cleanup hitter, Mark Gonzalez, for the Mustangs. Gonzalez takes ball 1 from Chavez there. Hadn't given up many hits, any of the Lion pitchers, until this inning. And the Mustangs have been pummeling the ball. That ball, speaking of pummeled, hit off the left field, medium deep. Takahashi goes ahead and hauls that one in. Runner has to retreat to second, and there's 2 outs.
That swing just looked effortless there by Gonzalez, and
Got under it.
That tall frame getting there, and didn't even look like he had to swing super hard, and that thing was almost to the wall.
He lifted that high in the air. Just missed it. He just got under it a little bit there. And Alessandro Morrison will come up. Chavez gets a sign. And that ball's in the dirt. Melendez gets it and throws the third, but Shin is in safely. A wild pitch there. We'll keep describing the action connection as we get our camera back online here. We apologize for that.
We're working. So.
Working on that, but you can still listen in. We'll describe
No,
what's
not
happening.
yet. We're
Jared
trying to.
Chavez the
Yep.
pitch.
My son's at home and out
Alessandro.
working. The
That's a
camera's
strike.
on, Mom. The camera's
Yep.
on.
We're working on it. Thank you.
Morrison is the hitter at the plate.
It's having the same issue. Oh, because it's stuck on the fence. Sorry, guys. Talking without muting my microphone. Rookie mistake.
First baseman Trey Williams giving chase, just runs out of room. And looks like we're back on the video feed.
It's just the delay, isn't it?
Jared Chavez resets to Alessandro Morrison. Here's the pitch. Curveball got him twisted up, but didn't get it quite back over for a strike. Chavez loses his hat on that delivery. And that was a ball. The 2-2 count here. Chavez to Morrison. That ball in the dirt. Jarrett slip in there on his follow through.
Melendez giving him an extra second to get his footing back.
Looks like his cleats got caught or something, shaking his ankles. Like you said, Melendez giving him a chance to figure stuff out up there. Chavez gets back in there. Full count. It's the pitch from Chavez to Morrison. High and inside. That's ball 4. He falls down, loses his hat again. And Morrison will draw the walk, which will bring up Carlos Jaquez, the first baseman. Men on first and third for Jaquez.
Chavez just not getting that landing point where he wants it with his foot. And he keeps continuing to slip coming off the mound. Hopefully he can correct that.
5-3 our score. First baseman Carlos Jaquez at the plate. Jared Chavez on the hill for the Lions. Runners at first and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Pick overthrow.
Got one earlier.
Got one earlier, may as well try. Man back safe.
This day really does have everything except your hot dog, Matt.
It does. You had to bring up the hot dog. There's a strike. Chavez losing his hat for a 3rd time. Struggling with his landing zone over there. He has been all inning. What he wouldn't give for a rake and some diamond dust right about now. That's the stuff you use to kind of add to the dirt when it's wet. I don't know if it's wet, but you can't find that footing. Chavez fouled up, coming back our way. Honestly, I could have, if I wasn't headsetted in, 2 steps I would have had that one.
Could have made that catch, man. Where you at on that? Come on. Oh, Joe's going to look for it, I think.
Either way you slice it, that's strike 2, though. On Jaquez. The first baseman over there for the Mustangs today. Jared Chavez gets a sign. Looks like Melendez. I don't know if he was calling for a pickoff move there, which he just got, or that was just a high setup. He might want this pitch up on Melendez, or on Jaquez, trying to get him to swing. Chavez gets set, and here's the delivery. Fouled back again. Jaquez and Chavez are battling here. Neither one wants to give in. Chavez wants out of this inning. And Jaquez wants to keep it going. Fouled off the last two pitches. Chavez now gets set, and here's the pitch. Swings at a ball in the dirt, strike three. Durso Melendez will throw over to complete the strikeout, and that will end the inning. But not before the Mustangs get three in the visiting half of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom half, 5-3 Mustangs. Bottom of the fourth inning, third baseman for the Lions, Caden Randall, up at the plate for his second at bat of the afternoon. He hit one back to the pitcher his first time up. He takes ball one outside.
Randall, a small town guy from a couple hours north of here in Prescott Valley. From Bradshaw Mountain High School. Oopsie, he says.
Little foul tip off the catcher. And that's the courtesy walk by the umpire, giving the catcher a chance to gather himself after getting his maybe bell rung a little bit with that ball coming right back in his face. You can play this game forever, and that still startles you for a second there. 1-1. Zane Rush in the dirt, ball two. Rush is still out there for his fourth inning of work. He settled down nicely after giving up those 3 runs in the second. That ball's low. The arm sleeve on Caden Randall there with the cross on it. That's a good look. Ooh. And
Right in the small of the back. That's he'll have a mark tomorrow.
don't rub it. That's what they'll tell him. That's a spot I'm not sure he could rub if he wanted to, right between the numbers. Hard to reach that if you have short arms like me. Well, hit by pitch. We'll get a runner on board to start off the home half of the fourth. Bring it up the shortstop, Federico Tibertini, who had an RBI knock his first time up. Tibertini looking to bunt. He pulls it back for a ball there.
Good eye by Tibertini there.
Randall, not maybe one of the fastest runners over there for the Lions, but he might still go if he gets a good pitch to go on. All of the runners on the Lions, for the most part, would take the base when they can. Dylan English over there, coaching first base for the Lions. One of the players, and Coach Zach over on third. Zach Chilton. Another throw over. Low throw. Jaquez didn't even get a tag down there.
Randall says, I'm tired of diving. How do you make that call, Matt? Do you have any idea when you're going to dive, when you're just going to try and stand up?
Kind of instinct. You think you have enough time, you don't dive, and if you think it'll be close, you dive. That ball fouled off into the Mustang bullpen.
I always wondered if it had something to do with, like, if you were leaning to go, like how you had to come back instead of, like, no, I wasn't going, I could come back standing up.
Yeah, it depends on kind of how many steps off first you are. That ball's low. Tibertini's got the count in his favor. 2-1. A Mustang getting loose in the bullpen down there. Can't tell who that is. The same happened on the Lion side. Another throw over. And also safe. That one was a dive, Jason. I think he was an extra step off that time, so he had to dive back.
Yeah, I think it probably has something to do with the distance, but looks like Dallin Stokes is up in the bullpen for the Lions.
It's a good eye, Jason.
Saw him a lot last week as a courtesy runner.
That ball catches the outside corner. 2-2 now to Federico Tibertini.
I don't know that you would look in the majors or anything and look for a pitcher to be a runner, a pinch runner, but Dallin quick on his feet, so he gets both roles here.
Yeah, he's fast. Rush checks the runner. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Working the count full is Federico Tibertini here. With no outs in the bottom of the fourth, man on first base in a 5-3 contest. The Mustangs have the lead currently. The Lions looking to roar back here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the full count delivery. Tibertini swings and misses. Caden Randall's a little confused as to what happened, and he's been picked off now between first and second. But that ball gets away, and he's going to make it back to first. They've called him out.
So I was just about to ask you the question. He swatted the ball with his hand.
Did he?
Yes, he did. I saw the hand come up and he kind of deflected the ball, and then you're like, he's going to get back. I'm like, oh.
All right, so they're calling interference on the base runner.
And as you say when we call basketball, Matt, you just can't do that.
You just can't. It's like you have to turn off your instinct sometimes. We're going to call that a caught stealing. And there's quickly 2 away. That's kind of a strike him out, throw him out double play of sorts. It was awkward though. With 2 outs, Cy Peterson the hitter. See if Cy Peterson can reignite a 2-out rally here.
Rush seems to have gotten a little bit of a boost there from that last play.
Boost. As you were mentioning, Caden Randall, I think he knew that was going to be the call. He did not protest at all there.
No, I think, you do the whole thing that you act like maybe nothing happened, but then when it does, you're like, okay,
yeah, you caught me.
That's like the guys on the court or wherever else that foul somebody and then act like they didn't and be like, all right, yeah, you got me.
Peterson draws a 2-out walk. He's trying to pump up his teammates here. And Peterson's been a thorn in Rush's side all afternoon. RBI single, and now a 2-out walk. Bringing up Kito Takahashi.
We got a mound visit here. This visit to the mound brought to you by, don't forget to do your homework that's due this weekend.
That's right. Get those assignments in. Hey, if you go to, University of the Southwest, same. Get your homework in.
Right? Being on the road doesn't...
No matter which school you go to.
Still got to...
Professors want you to turn those assignments in.
Still got to come through for your professors,
That's right. Get those A's. Get that degree.
So again, that mound visit brought to you by Get Your Homework Done, kids. They're not kids.
Kato Takahashi stepping in with 2 outs. And a man on first base. Zane Rush checks the runner and throws over, and Peterson's back. Peterson stole a base his first time up.
You think Rush remembers that?
I think he does. He knows these Lions like to steal. And there's foul ball chopped towards the dugout. Takahashi shown a very capable bat up there thus far in the season.
Austin Watson, another starting pitcher over there for the Lions, playing the field on that hop, barehanded.
And that ball's going to get away from the catcher, and Peterson's going to think about a third base. But
Catcher wasn't really moving too quick. He thought about it for a second.
He thought about taking 2 there. He just decided to hang on.
Would you say that pitch was just a bit outside?
It was. I'm going to call that a pass ball. I think he could have grabbed that one, but Peterson now on second base, and second straight at bat. Takahashi has a man on second base, and that one's in there for a strike.
That was a heady pitch by Rush. If you saw the work Peterson's doing behind him on second base to get him rattled, and he just turned right back around and put it right down the middle.
A lot of movement behind him, but he's locked in. Takahashi. See what he can do. 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch from Zane Rush. And that one's away.
I don't think Rush likes the second base pickoff. I don't think we've seen him throw one yet. So, but he's got to keep an eye on Peterson. Really quick out there.
He is. Lions would love to get one of those runs back here in this bottom half of the 4th. There's your first pickoff throw that you called for, and it wasn't the prettiest of things over there, but no harm done. That ball didn't skip away.
Peterson might have jammed something in the bag on his way back. Can't tell if that's a foot he's looking at, or yeah, it looks like his ankle.
Is he wearing the magic oven mitt? I can't tell from my angle. No oven mitt.
No oven mitt, but it was
kids, this is why you use the oven mitt.
But there's no oven mitt on the foot, man.
No, but it's magic. It's just magic, Jason.
Ooh.
Takahashi swings on and misses, and that is going to do it for the home half of the 4th. So we go to the top of the 5th. It is 5-3 Mustangs. Out here at Nozomi Park in Chandler, Arizona. And the Mustang half of the inning will be led off by Jose Rosales. Rosales grounded into a double play and flew out to the right fielder. He's 0 for 2. Jared Chavez still on the hill for the Lions. Throws over a slider that misses. Ball 1. And that ball a little bit inside.
These Mustangs have a second game at nightcap, as you called it, tonight against Arizona Christian in this little 3-team round robin.
And that ball's over for a strike. ACU is a tough team. We'll see how these Mustangs fare against the Firestorm. A really nice stadium over there. Brand new park. I heard them talking about it yesterday. The artificial turf out there. Looks green all the time, unlike our playing surface here today. Looks a little bit like it's out of season for grass, which it is. At least that kind of grass here in the valley. That ball fouled off. It's 2-2. Jared Chavez to Jose Rosales. The University of the Southwest is an NAIA school. That was ball 4, by the way. Rosales draws a leadoff walk.
Those of you might be watching and thinking, Justice University, what's going on here? We're part of the NCCAA, the National Christian Colleges Athletic Association. First year of the program for baseball. I believe we're in our 6th year in most of our other sports.
Yeah, fifth year as a college.
Yeah, so fifth. Yeah. We've been in for 5 years.
This is the 5th year, yeah. Showing bunt there. That ball gets away from Melendez. That's a strike. And just like Peterson in the last half inning, I thought that runner might take a second base, but he stays on to second. At second, Rosales is there with a wild pitch. Actually, I'm going to call that a pass ball as well. But he was stealing, so that's a stolen base.
Yep, he was on the way. Melendez having a bit of a miscommunication with the center infield. I think they got it worked out.
Timrod Cedillo, the hitter right now. He's 0 for 2 as well. He's showing bunt. Pulls it back that time. Not called a strike. It's 1-1.
Melendez may have been signaling his shortstop there. Kind of came over to second base looking like he was getting ready for the pickoff. And then jolted back the other way.
Talking about what they're going to do if he bunts. What are they going to do if he doesn't bunt and the man steals from second? Talking strategy out there. Interesting little wheel play there from Tibertini. Did you see that, Jason? He literally ran around the runner, kind of did a loop of the runner, and then headed towards third. So he's crashing to cover third, or he's covering third, and the third baseman's crashing in, if that is indeed a bunt. 2-1 the count to Timrod Cedillo. Cedillo's the shortstop for the Mustangs. That ball
tipped,
was fouled.
Yeah.
And now it's 2-2. Okay, I think I figured out what they're doing by looking at that thing in their pocket now, Jason. So it's the sign that the third base coach has given. He's given out numbers. So he just gave out 2-2-1. So Timrod is looking at his thing. Whatever 2-2-1 is on his card there, that's what the sign is. So it might have been swing away and not bunt, whereas before it was bunt.
A couple guys are looking at, they've got it on their wrist as well, like the quarterback.
Right.
Play
so
calls.
They kind of know what the play is, what the plan is. Full count now from Jared Chavez to Timrod Cedillo. And that's going to be another walk for Chavez. The walk has definitely been biting him today.
Stokes been warming up for quite a while now. You start to wonder when Zach might come out and make that change.
This is clearly a bullpen game for the Lions as they started a reliever. And so I think their goal is to do 2 or 3 innings for each of these middle relievers, trying to get them some work. A lot of these guys didn't get much work last weekend as the starters went deep in all 3 games. Another bunt down. That one is picked up foul by Trey Williams, who had crashed all the way in.
That was close. He reached down. I'm like, what are you doing?
He waited till it was barely foul to pick that thing up. Now, Jason, I want you to watch Federico on this play.
I saw the wheel again last.
See him kind of roping around the
Federico,
runner.
If you're watching at home, Federico's directly behind the second base umpire.
Now, here's the thing, though. If he makes contact with that runner, that's going to be interference, and he's going to give them a base. So it's very interesting that he does it that way, how he cuts in front. That was disastrous as that ball gets away and gets into left center. It fooled the runner, but the throw wasn't good, and that got away from Evanente. Federico was gone, so maybe the runner didn't think that would happen, but the second baseman came in. A good throw would have got him. I think they had him picked off there, but bad throw.
Both of these catchers struggling with their pickoff throws.
The runner's now at second and third, as that's an E1. And that's a ball low to Jackson Anderson, who's been a thorn in the side for Lion pitchers this morning, this afternoon. He's walked and doubled, scored a run, stolen 2 bases. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Chavez has no outs here in the top of the 5th. Men in second and third. 9-hole hitter Jackson Anderson. My apologies. Tim Anderson's a major league player. I'm sure he doesn't mind the comparison.
Just call him Mr. Anderson.
Chavez trying to pitch out of a jam here. That ball ripped through the hole. Another hit for Anderson. He's swinging a hot bat right now. Robeloff, little double pump. That ball gets all the way through to Melendez. That's a 2-run single for Jackson Anderson.
7-3 now the score in favor of the Mustangs. Here comes Zach out to the mound. Coach Chilton ready to make, I believe, a change. I guess he hasn't called for the pitcher from the pen yet, but
as you said, Dallin Stokes is hot and ready in the pen, just like
there he is.
A Little Caesars Pizza. And here he comes. Dallin Stokes replacing Jarrett Chavez. We'll tell you more about the new hurler for the Lions after a quick break. Well, Dallin Stokes, the new right-handed pitcher for the Lions, in relief of Jared Chavez.
What inning is it?
We're in the top of the 5th inning, and
What's the inning? The fifth?
Dallin Stokes is from Draper, Utah. There's no scoreboard out here at Nozomi Park, so we got to provide that sometimes to the patrons who've lost track. And that's a stolen base there. Anderson is just wreaking havoc out there. Doing it all. 2 RBIs, 2 hits, scored a run, 3 stolen bases. He's a good player out there. Dallin Stokes looking for the strike zone right now.
Seems to be a common entry point for these Lions pitchers today. Takes them a few to get their legs under them a little bit.
Stokes got the gold chain going, the turtleneck top, short sleeve turtleneck. That ball just a bit inside. Back to the top of the order, by the way, Alex Montiel. Montiel has singled in a run and scored 2 on top of walking and striking out. So he's 1 for 2, and he's going to draw a second walk. These long innings can be taxing on the whole team, Jason. On the defense, they let down a little bit, get discouraged. On the pitching, of course, feel like you're on an island out there. So a double play right here would be really nice. First baseman Trey Williams pinched in, expecting perhaps a bunt as Santiago Garcia steps to the plate. He doubled his last time. He has scored 2 runs today. Having a nice afternoon. He is showing bunt, and that ball is in there for a strike. Is he swinging a wood bat there, Jason?
Kind of looks that way.
Might be more of an indication that he's planning on bunting. But maybe it's a metal bat that just looks like a wooden bat.
Definitely has the look.
They've gone more that way in recent years. These bats are looking like pro bats, even when they're metal.
Said he offered it that one.
That's a strike, so 1-1-0. The play that means something to them when they're looking at their play sheets on their arms. Curveball popped up. Trey Williams is under it. Infield fly rule called. The batter is out, and Williams will secure the ball for the first out.
That'll work just fine too with a. You asked for the double play, but a pop up to the infield is going to be just as good. Not just as good. You get 1 out.
Now the double play would be amazing. You familiar with the infield fly rule there, Jason?
Why don't you tell me as though I'm not?
When there's runners at first and second or loaded with less than 2 outs, a pop-up on the infield, and automatically the batter is out, and the runners can advance at their peril, right? So if it's caught, obviously you got to get back. But that runner is out, so it doesn't really cause a force anymore. That ball's behind Shin, the center fielder. Takes a deep breath, as that was a little too close for comfort.
You never want to take a hit by pitch, but his teammates kind of over there jawing at him a little bit, saying, "Why'd you get out of the way?"
So if Williams would have dropped that ball, for example, those runners don't have to advance. There's no force. But a lot of times it's so counterintuitive, they get confused. And sometimes letting that ball drop could cause chaos out there. But most coaches tell you, just catch it. Just catch the ball. Shin at the plate here, showing bunt, and he pulls back and takes a strike. Shin roped a double his last time up. He's also got a bunt single on the afternoon and popped up to the second baseman. Dallin Stokes checks the runner at second. Minute first and second for the Mustangs. Swing and a miss.
That ball well outside, but Shim went chasing.
Stokes showing some velocity on that one. He's already in there waiting for his sign. Shin's not even in the box yet.
Melinda's even ready.
Dallin Stokes is looking to lock in here and get his team out of this inning with no further damage. That ball ripped to Emric Avenente. Short for one. Tempertini across the diamond for the 4.
There's your double.
Twin killing to get them out of the inning, but not before the Mustangs extend their lead with 2 more runs. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-3 Mustangs over the Lions. Bottom of the 5th inning. The Lions send up the top of their order. Emric Avenente, the second baseman. A nice turn of that double play. He started that to end the top half of the 5th. Zane Rush back out there for his 5th inning of work. He's really calmed down after that 2nd inning. Avenente showing bunt, pulls back, takes the ball. Avenente takes a strike. Count evens at 1-1. And he takes strike 2, not showing bunt anymore. Emric trying to get on base to get things started for his team. He's singled and struck out. Takes that ball wide, evening the count at 2-2. 2-2 from Zane Rush to Emric Avenente. Up the middle, crashing is the center fielder Shin. He'll play it on a hop. That's a base hit for Emric Avenente. Second hit on the afternoon. And a good start to this 5th inning for the Lions.
Shim playing pretty far back there. Avenente not really known for being a power hitter, so he was playing maybe a little bit further back than he needed to, but yeah, landed right in no man's land there.
We haven't talked about the dimensions of Nozomi Park here. It's 350 down both lines and 365 to dead center. Here's the first pitch to David Robeloff, who steps in. David Robeloff is 1 for 2. He's popped into a double play and singled. Emric Avenente is a threat to run over there at first. Zane Rush checks him. Here's the pitch to Robeloff, strike. Starts him off with a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Robeloff has been a hot hitter up there for the Lions. He's been pacing the Lion hitting attack with the most hits on the team. There goes Emric Avenente. And
gets in safe.
Rush steps off. And a good throw would have got him, but it was a little bit wide at the target, and Avenente gets in there with a stolen base.
Yeah, throw by Rush looked like it was just over second base, and basically there was a collision. Almost a collision, but Avenente went underneath the second baseman's legs, and just the baseman couldn't get down on the bag to tag him.
So again, the Lions are active on the base paths, trying to get something going, down 4 here. Every run's going to matter in this one. David Roboloff up there with a man in scoring position now. That one's in the dirt. Avenente stays put.
Shortstop actually was the one that went to make that pickoff play. He's shaking it off still back there, rotating his shoulder a little bit.
That's Timrod Cedillo over there. Roboloff looking to do some damage and maybe knock in his teammate from second. Here's the pitch from Rush, low again.
I know we don't keep all the stats over here, so I don't know exactly the pitch count, but he's got to be getting up there at this point.
He does. 5th inning of work. Not had a one. Only the first inning was a 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, I would guess he's probably in
That
80
ball
to 90.
chopped up the middle. Timrod Cedillo gloves and throws over to Jaquez to record the out, but on the play, Avenente gets over to third with 1 out.
Here comes the big man up to bat.
Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. still looking to help his team out. He's 0 for 2 in this game. He's got several RBIs on the season.
Gotta say, you said Zane Rush is a pitcher's name if you ever heard one. Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. is a baseball name if I've ever heard one.
Yes, it is. And he comes from a baseball family, Jason. His dad played ball, uncles played ball. Baseball in the blood. He's glad to be a part of this Lion roster. DHing today. That ball gets away. Avenente is going to score on the wild pitch. And that's what speed does. It causes pressure, and that led to a run. 7-4 now. Lions get one back. Now Lino's up there with nobody on.
Lino, a local guy, just up the road a few miles in Guadalupe, which if you're not familiar with Phoenix, right off of the I-10 and Elliott and Guadalupe, kind of in that range. Elliott's baseline, really. So
Played at a community college out in New York State last year. Swing at that one, that pitch previously, a little wildly. Takes that last one.
you know, you go play at community college in New York State, and then you realize I could be playing back in 75 degrees right now.
Right.
And he's back home.
He is.
And we're happy to have him.
He's got into a 2-2 count from Zane Rush to Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 3-2, apparently. I cannot see the umpire's fingers from my angle. I apologize. And Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. draws a one-out walk. And that'll bring up the catcher, Durso Melendez.
It's amazing what all the gear does to you. I always picture Durso as a bigger guy, and then I see him without the gear on, and it's like, oh.
I know, he looks bigger with the gear on. I agree. That one's in the dirt, ball one.
Of course, so does our umpire here with that chest protector they wear. He's got, like, linebacker shoulders going on.
Yeah.
They used to wear those protectors right outside of the shirt, but they've gone to their uniform being more of the black shirt over the.
Old school, you'll see an umpire that's got like almost like a padded shield they will use in like the little leagues and stuff when they're too cheap for the gear. Durso takes
Or
a
not
strike
getting
there.
paid enough to buy the gear. One of the two.
That too. Swings and misses, strike two. Melendez would like nothing more than to move the train here. Go station to station baseball. That ball's inside. Melendez has had some clutch hits this year so far. Lions just need to get those bats going. Not a lot of numerous hits in the inning since that second inning where they got 3. And Durso's down on strikes as the foul tip is held on by the catcher. And that's out number 2. Bring it up.
Trey Williams.
Trey Williams.
Coming out with a little head nod to the Michael Jackson music. I don't know why I like this particular walk-up music, Matt, but how do you not like Michael Jackson?
I'm with you on that one. His parents raised him right.
It is scary to think that most of these guys were not even alive when Michael Jackson was. Well, I don't know what year he died, but
that is scary.
I'd have to look and see what year he died. But yeah, most of these guys they only know them if they heard their music.
Zane Rush gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Trey Williams. The Lions. Typically the Lions clean up man hitting the 5-hole today. First baseman. Williams is looking for a hit to help his team here. He takes that one low. He walked his last time. And he grounded his first time. He grounded out to second his last time. Trey Williams looking to get out of the offer here. Get a hit on the board. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Good pitch right in there.
Looks back at the ump, just asks, all right, was that kind of the top of your zone there? Umpire nodded, yes it is. Takes ball 4. That was tough to lay off, and now there's 2 on for Caden Randall, the third baseman, with 2 outs. Coach Steve Appel comes out to get his freshman right-hander. We're going to have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher on for the Mustangs. We'll tell you about him in a second, but right now we're going to step away for a pitching change break, and the score is 7-4 Mustangs, bottom 5, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth, the new pitcher for the Mustangs is number 39, left-handed pitcher Victor Quinonez. Quinonez is a freshman out of El Paso. And he is greeted by a single by Kanan Randall. Here comes Valenzuela, and he's going to be held up there at third. And the bases are loaded for who else? Federico Tibertini. He always comes up with the bases loaded, Jason. It's a rule of nature, I believe.
Well, I don't know if he hasn't played yet or what, but their career stats and their season stats, he has nothing on the website. So
Nothing on Quinonez yet.
he is a freshman, as you said.
Quinonez. We don't have a pronunciation guide, so we apologize. That
Quinonez is what I would say.
Quinonez.
Yeah.
That pitch was inside, curveball from Quinonez to Tibertini. That ball's outside and low
Here's what I can tell you. He graduated from Eastwood High School,
in El
and
Paso.
he assisted the team in
Texas.
making 4 playoff appearances and was named first team all-district, but as an outfielder.
Well, there you go. Maybe a converted outfielder to pitcher, or he does a little both. That one's down the middle for strike one. 2-1 to Tibertini. Federico's got the bases loaded here. 2 outs. Valenzuela at second, Williams or at third, Williams at second, Randall at first. And 3-1 the count, no place to put him. Tibertini, the hitters count here 3-1. Quinonez kicks and delivers. And that ball is up the middle, chop. Shortstop gets to it, flips it to second, but can't find his teammate. And 2 runs will score.
And the
That was going to
shortstop's
be
down,
a tough play, either way you slice it.
or the second baseman, I should say, is down. Catching his breath a little bit.
And yeah, a little collision at second base.
I didn't see the collision. I didn't know if he was a collision or if he just fell and slipped.
My
or what
line
happened,
of
but
sight, I've got literally 4 people between me and the second baseman in my line of sight. So I couldn't tell you from my angle. But what I can tell you, Jason, is it's 7-6.
just like that.
Just like that.
Cy Peterson.
Cy Peterson's been clutch today. Let's see what he can do. That ball's taken high.
Peterson digging in, looking for the pitch.
And that's a strike. I'm trying to figure out what to score that play by Tibertini. For now, I have it as a fielder's choice and 2-run scoring on the E6.
For the expert scorer I am at, I'll say, yeah, that's right. Sounds good.
That ball's low. I believe size and up in the count 2-1.
I know you're right on the E6 part.
Yeah.
The little flip from the
You
shortstop.
could possibly call that an infield single because that was going to be a tough play. But a good throw probably would have got him. So it just depends. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Cy was way out in front of that one. Tying run at second base here in the bottom of the 5th. I feel like this 5th inning has lasted forever, Jason.
That's because they've scored how many runs between the 2 teams? And we've had
2 teams.
2
and
pitching changes in the middle of it?
That ball is got him, strike 3.
That looked very outside from my vantage point.
So for me, I thought it was strike 3. It was a late call. But either way, we are going to the top of the 6th after 5 innings of play. We got a 7-6 contest. The Mustangs are up on your Justice University Lions. We move to the top of the 6th inning. Jason, this is the all swagger at bat. You've got Dallin with his gold chain and his turtleneck, and you got the puka shells from Mark Graham. That ball is lifted, foul,
Williams
and out
makes
of play.
a valiant run. Williams with a valiant run at it, but over the fence.
Graham, as we said, how tall do we have on his stats? Graham's a big guy out there. I think he said 6'6".
6'6", yeah.
That ball's in the dirt. 1-1. I think he
Big strike zone when they're 6'6".
At first, I thought he looked back and told me I was right, but he was talking to the umpire. 2-1. Yes, that is true. Bigger strike zone. That ball's lifted to right center. Second baseman Emric Avenente will go out, and he'll pick that up kind of off the end of his bat. And there's one away. Dallin Stokes getting that first batter of the inning retired. And that will bring up the left fielder, Alessandro Morrison. Morrison has a sac fly and 2 walks. No official at bat on the afternoon. That ball is first pitch swinging over to Tibertini at short, across to Trey Williams at first to retire. Morrison, 6-3, 2 outs quickly here in the 6th inning. We had one of the longest innings of the day.
Of the season?
Of the season. And then 2 quick outs to start the 6th. And look at Stokes. He's ready to go. Like, batter's not even in the box yet, and he's ready. He rocks, and he fires curveball low to first baseman Carlos Jaquez.
That last inning rivaled the second game of the doubleheader last Saturday when one of the innings there were 7 runs scored by the opposition.
And Jaquez is going to be hit by a pitch.
He did not even try to avoid that one.
That's a tough guy right there. He takes his base.
Tough and smart, right? Takes the hit knowing he'd rather be on base. So.
And I didn't even get to tell you about Jaquez's day so far. He's got a walk, a single, a strikeout, and now a hit by pitch. He's been on base 3 times.
Kind of guy you want in your lineup.
Here's
just get on base.
Here's catcher Jose Rosales. You're right. That knack for getting on. Stokes starts Rosales with a curveball in the inside corner for a strike. Another curveball for a strike. Stokes has got that pitch going. Rosales has seen 2 of them now.
Right on the inside of the plate. Beautiful.
You got him slowed down. So this is where I would do a high fastball. Steady goes
Wasn't
low.
high, but you got your fastball.
Got his fastball, and he golfs it out of play. 0-2 still on Rosales to Dallin Stokes. Kicks and fires. Another curveball. That one in the dirt. Bounces off of the gear. The tools of ignorance. That's what we call the catching gear. I think that might have even hit the umpire. I'm not sure. Either way.
Why do you call it that?
He's got to be stupid to be a catcher, Jason.
Oh.
I was a catcher. I say that with love. 2-2.
I definitely wouldn't pick the position where you're basically doing squats all day long.
Yeah, and you're flying projectiles at your face all day. That ball fouled off again towards the Prof G Mobile.
Parking lot about, I don't know, 100 feet to the right of the Prof G Mobile there.
2-2, still the count. Stokes checks the runner. And here he fires to Rosales. Another hit by pitch. That one hit him right on the hand. He goes down in a heap.
That hurts even with the glove there.
That's such a tough place to get hit because there are all those little bones in that hand, and yeah, so he's trying to flex it out, and Stokes trying to gather himself at the plate, shake off those 2 hit by pitches after 2 quick outs. Boy, a tale of 4 batters right there. Two quick outs, then 2 hit by pitches. The catcher Rosales will take a seat for a courtesy runner. And then we'll have a pinch runner at second base for the first baseman, Jaquez. I don't believe Jaquez can come back in the game.
Not with a pinch
Because
runner.
it's not a courtesy situation for the
Right.
first baseman. But I don't know exactly the rules they're playing with today, so
Third
we'll let
base
you know.
and head coach, right? The head coach is over at third, and he's having a conversation with the umpire to try and understand,
What's happening.
make sure
here.
his substitutions went the way he wanted.
Right. And Tim Cedillo, the shortstop, now up with 2 on, 2 outs. And Stokes trying to settle down and throw some strikes here to get out of this inning. Fastball up and in, ball 1. Timrod Cedillo has walked and been retired twice. There's a fly ball to the center fielder, Cy Peterson, who will squeeze that one for the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 runners on, but nobody across. No hits, no errors, 2 on. Going to the bottom of the 6th, 7-6. Mustangs over the Lions.
Back here at Nozomi Park in Chandler, 7-6 in favor of the visiting Mustangs. Mustangs come into today with a 3-1 record. Justice just 2-6 in their first 8. These 2 teams meet again tomorrow at, we believe, noon, but it's on the campus of Arizona Christian University, so that's where you're going to want to tune in to watch, is through their broadcast team. We cover home games on this side of town, so even this one might be listed as a home game, still covered elsewhere.
First pitch right up the middle by Kato Takahashi. Rude greeting there to Quinones for his first full inning of work. So he came in relief in the last. And like I was saying, those bottom of the order guys can act as like default leadoff hitters when they get on and steal bases ahead of the top of the order. And that's what you got looking at here with Emric Avenente coming up to the plate for his 4th at bat. Emric singled his last time up. He's 2 for 3. The stolen base. He's going to show bunt. That ball's high. We've talked about Kato Takahashi being a first pitch swinger. And that happened there. He just rifled that first pitch from Quinones right back up the box. Avenente showed bunt. He's showing it again Cato gets back.
Seems to be Cato's natural tendency. Last week we saw him swing at a lot of first pitches.
And contrast that with Avenente, who takes a lot of pitches. He works a lot of counts, takes a lot of walks. I don't know if Cato has a walk yet on the season. Avenente pulls back again on another bunt showing. Trying to rattle Quinones up there. Again, tying run now on first base here in the bottom of the sixth. 7-6 Mustangs. It's been a great ball game. It's been a bullpen game for the Lions.
We've also seen both of these teams just the resiliency coming through. You know, the Mustangs got a quick lead. The Lions came back. Then Lions went down several runs, and now we're right back in 7-6.
That one is on the corner for Avenente. Kato Takahashi over there getting his lead. And Jaquez is back over there first. There's the runner going. Avenente takes a strike, and Kato is going to get himself a stolen base as he's in there safely. And Emmerich's got a 2-2 count on him. I was going to say Jaquez is back in, so apparently that was just allowed to be a courtesy runner for both.
Or maybe did somebody else come out? Can you do it that way? Like the pinch runner, but then they can replace somebody other than the person running? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I would say when the Lions have base runners, they might, if that's allowed, they might want to do that for Valenzuela when he's on. But
yeah, I don't know what happened there.
And Emmerich Avenente works himself another walk. Now the Lions got something going with no outs, as David Roboloff will take his spot in the batter's box. He's working on a 1-for-3 game. Got a stolen base.
Visit to the mound here.
That might be it for Quinones, as the relieving pitcher is already walking that way for the Mustangs.
This visit to the mound brought to you by Travel Big with J2. Planning any travel, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, hotel nights, anything you'd like to do? Check out travelbigwithj2.com or call 480-383-9740.
Quinones works officially 1/3 of an inning, but parts of 2 innings. And we'll tell you more about the Mustang reliever here in a moment. We'll be right back after this. Well, the new pitcher for the Mustangs is junior Andres Franco, number 30, from Aruba.
Jamaica.
Who I want to take you.
Dated reference.
Went to College of Aruba last year, or perhaps the last 2. Checks the runner. David Robeloff in there. Throw over to second. Takahashi back safe. Takahashi represents the tying run. Emmerich Avenente over at first represents the go-ahead run. And David Robeloff would like both of them to be scoring at the end of this play. Robeloff, the pitch from Franco is hit past the third baseman for a hit into left field. Here comes Takahashi. He will score easily. Avenente gets down, and into second goes David Robeloff with an RBI double. We have a 7-7 game.
Amazing running by the Lions there. Avenente with the slide, comes down with the helmet pulled down over his face and trying to look up as though to say, did I make it? But what a piece of running, and just like that, brand new ball game.
Takahashi came tearing around third base there. And they got 2 men in scoring position for the big guy, Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. He is due, Jason.
We hope so.
Let me tell you. Highest exit velocity on the team with their fall ball metrics they took. He like nothing better than to get into one here. That ball in the dirt away. He takes for ball one. He walked his last time up and scored. He's also grounded out to second and struck out. 0 for 2 officially. 7-7. Another one in the dirt, 2-0.
Early in the season for Franco, but only pitched 1 2/3 innings, but he's given up 4 hits and 4 runs. Only one of those earned. Walked a batter, a couple strikeouts. 5.4 ERA.
Here's the pitch from Franco to Valenzuela. That ball is lifted to right field deep enough to score the run. That's caught by the right fielder. His throw will go towards second base, and Emmerich Avenente will come in. A sac fly for Lino Valenzuela Jr., and it's 8-7 Lions.
Our neighbor to the east brings some good fans with them. They've got a nice contingent of fans here from New Mexico for the weekend series.
There's one out now for Durso Melendez, the catcher. David Robeloff gets his lead off second. That ball's in the dirt. I wouldn't be surprised to see David Robeloff try to swipe third here, force the issue. The Lions now up 8-7 here in the bottom of the 6th. Curveball left up high and in. Durso takes that one. Melendez would love to knock in his teammate Robeloff there from second. Robeloff gets his lead, dancing off a second. That one's up and in, 3-0. Trey Williams would be next. Three-0 pitch from Franco to Melendez. That ball is in the dirt, and he draws himself a 1-out walk.
Williams would just complete it if he moonwalks up to the plate one of these times.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe not. May not want to do
These
a little
guys
showboating.
love their walk-up music. This was missing last weekend, and I tell you, they most definitely vibe off of getting some music as they walk to the plate.
There's your courtesy runner coming
Courtesy
in.
runner coming in for the Lions. That's Calvin Currio. We saw him do that last time Melendez was on. Trey Williams would love to break loose with an extra base hit here. That ball's in the dirt. Ball one.
Trey Williams, I don't know if you caught that, man, when he walks up to the plate, draws a cross in the dirt right next to the plate.
Like that. He has drawn 2 walks today and grounded out to second. That ball's high and away. Ball 2.
Williams, one of the most experienced of the Lions, coming from a D1 and D2 background prior to joining the Lions.
Glad to have some upperclassmen leadership in Trey Williams. 2-0 pitch to him. That one's a strike. over the inner third of the plate. He nods his head no matter if it's a ball or a strike. I think that's Trey's way of staying locked in. Here's the pitch from Franco to Williams. 2-1 delivery. Curveball in the dirt, 3-1. He kicks at that dirt when he takes a ball.
It's a tough one to lay off of. It started out center, and that curve dropped just at the last second.
He's talking to himself. You can see him going through all the mental prep for each pitch. Franco delivers. That one hits him in the leg. Would have been ball 4 anyway, and that's going to load him up for Caden Randall, the third baseman.
Loving the bright red bat.
Randall had himself a single his last at bat. He's also been hit by a pitch and grounded out to the pitcher. Randall's kind of jumped into the starting role here as he's been swinging a hot bat. Coach Zach Chilton still kind of finding his starting 9 out there, playing the hot hands he's seen, mixing and matching certain players. And Randall comes up here with the bases loaded. And that one's in the dirt. You know, we're threatening to have Tibertini up again with the bases loaded. You realize that, right? We'll see what happens. He's up next.
But a base knock would score 2 and leave it
I'll
open
be
base.
okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Yeah. That one's ripped to left center.
That might be.
Left
That might
fielder
be.
is gauging, and that's going to short hop the fence. 1 run is going to score. Curio tearing around third. He's going to score, and a double for Randall. A pair of RBIs.
And that little dance he's got going out at second, he's happy for sure.
Caden Randall delivers.
Caden having a good start to the season. I don't have, all of his stats in front of us, but we've seen some good play out of him.
He's been playing a lot recently because he's earned that starting job by swinging that hot bat. That ball was hanging up there. I wasn't sure if that was going to get out of here. Or
the way the outfielders were looking at it, I thought they were looking it over the wall, and then all of a sudden it dropped.
Yeah, it was kind of a slow developing fly ball there. We got another pitch and change. That's going to be it for Franco. And we'll tell you about the new Mustang hurler here in a moment. Pitching change for the Mustangs. The new Mustang left-hander is freshman Santiago Guerrero from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Wearing number 26. Federico Tibertini's the hitter with men on second and third this time. That ball's low, ball 1. Tibertini has a knack for coming up with ducks on the pond.
It's interesting you said freshman, right? There's
Yes.
no stats available for him, but the
Junior.
website shows junior.
Junior. You're right. He's a junior.
He may not have pitched yet this season. No stats available for him.
The number underneath him, 27, he's a freshman. So I just looked at the wrong line. He's a junior.
Oh, but the stats, I thought maybe the junior was wrong because I thought no
That's a
stats to show.
delayed strike call there on the outside corner for Tibertini. Got a 2-1 count for him. Guerrero kicks and fires. Tibertini pops the ball up to the second baseman. Now that's not a infield fly, Jason, because there's no one on
Nobody
first
on base. There you go.
Second and third, there's no force at play. So
Yep.
they're 2 outs. Fly out to second baseman.
I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this guy learned it's me. Well, every week I come out here, he educates me. I learned it's something new.
2 outs for Cy Peterson, the center fielder. Cy struck out looking his last time up, but he has a single and a walk. RBI single in the second. He's been a clutch hitter so far this season. Lefty on lefty matchup. Guerrero on Peterson here. Tough assignment for Cy. Faced a big lefty.
I prefer to think of it as a tough matchup for the pitcher.
All right. Guerrero's 6'2" out there. Ball's low.
I'll tell you what, you want to be the first batter to face these relief pitchers coming in today because every relief pitcher has started that first batter off pretty rough.
That first batter efficiency is a big stat for relievers. And you see why.
Yep.
Ball's low, and Cy draws himself a walk. Gives a little 4 fingers.
Bases
Four-pitch
loaded
walk.
for Cato, who launched one last inning.
And Cato
Or last
started
time up.
this inning with a single up the middle. It's always a good inning when you get 2 at-bats in the same inning.
Yeah, he crushed that thing over the second baseman.
It's not a good inning for my scorebook, though, Jason.
I tried last week to figure out what do you do if you get double.
You have to. Well, usually you'll give a couple. This scorebook only gives 9 lines, which isn't very nice. You should give a couple extras just in case this happens.
You could also go toward the bottom of the page, can't you?
Yeah.
And put in their names and slide over to that inning.
That one's ripped back and foul.
Right over our booth here, behind home plate. I tell you what, if we had a stadium and we were up in the suites broadcasting, we might have caught that ball.
That's a goal. To bare hand a foul ball while I'm broadcasting. It's there. What'll happen one of these days? That one's high and up.
Ooh,
High and away. High and up's the same thing.
that ump kind of thought about it. I thought
Thought
he was
about it.
going to do one of his delayed there.
Almost clipped the top of the strike zone there. Again, Kato Takahashi up with the bases loaded. That ball's ripped up the middle. Center fielder is there to retire the side, but not before the Lions score 4 runs. And they now shoot on top 10-7 after 6. We'll go to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back.
Back into Zombie Park again. Big inning for the Lions in the 6th. 10-7 now the score in favor of Justice. At the top of the 7th inning. Stokes still on the mound. Melendez still behind the plate.
Up at the plate is that guy for the Mustangs in this game, Jackson Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
He has been Mr. Everything in this game, at least offensively. Takes low ball one. Telling you about his day. He's walked once, he's doubled, he's singled, he has 2 RBIs and 3 stolen bases. There's a strike over the middle of the plate. 1-1 the count to Jackson Anderson. Anderson, the right fielder for the Mustangs. That one is just a bit high and away.
You might say he's performing a little bit more like Neo than Mr. Anderson this
He's
time
the
around.
one for sure. He's the one that's causing problems, that's for sure. Take strike 2 there. I would say I wouldn't be surprised if when we play these guys tomorrow that Jackson Anderson is leading off. Just say it. That could be what we see. Curveball,
Good
beautiful
curve.
strike 3, and they get out Anderson for the first time today. On
Anderson
the breaking
didn't.
ball.
He didn't like that, but that ball started outside and came back in just at the right second. Locked him up.
That was a pitcher's pitch right there. It was a good one, too. Back to the top of the order, and Alex Montiel. Alex has singled, walked twice, and struck out. He's got an RBI and scored 2 runs. Done what a leadoff hitter should do. That ball's lifted to right center. Communicating out there, Cy Peterson makes the catch, and a little collision between him and Roboloff. I think it was a case of they heard and they had a plan. They just couldn't stop their momentum to prevent a little bit of a collision there. But Peterson hangs on, 2 outs.
Not that running into each other ever feels good, but at least that looked more like a bump, unless like that collision we saw last weekend with Melendez at the plate. That was a collision.
It was, and that they both turned their backs there to kind of just bump into each other instead of hit a more fragile,
But
perhaps part
good
of the
on
body.
Cy for hanging on that ball, though. That's
He did. He held on. He kind of slammed his glove on his knee and triumph. And here's Santiago Garcia at the plate, the second baseman.
just inside on that one.
Santiago has a double. He scored 2 runs, walked, 1 for 3. Garcia is, actually, I believe this is a different hitter, Jason. We have a pinch hitter. Different number. Number 19. I'll tell you who that was in a second. He flies out to right field. David Roboloff holds on.
Ooh, you're jinxing it there, Matt. He hadn't made that catch yet. Watch out.
That retires the side.
Real quick in that one, but yeah. Who was that we saw, number 19? We'll have to look that up.
We'll tell you in between innings, or when we come back. But right now it's 10-7, Lions. We're back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Emmerich Avenente, leadoff hitter, leading off this inning as well. So, by the way, that last hitter for the Mustangs was Trevor Layton, who had taken over for second base. They also have a new shortstop out there, Jason. Can't quite make out his number from here. Emmerich Avenente has a knack of taking pitches, like we've said before. That one's in there for a strike.
Just on the outside edge, a little bit low, but good placement on that pitch.
I believe at shortstop is number 10, Colby Martinez now. Strike 2.
We'll see when there's some movement that causes him to turn. We with our broadcast position here, we're literally just by ourselves behind home plate, so we don't have anybody passing us changes or any of that. So
you have the exact angle we have. So we're right behind the camera. So, but if it is Colby Martinez is a freshman from Harlingen, Texas. That ball chopped away, foul by Emmerich Avenente. And second baseman Trevor Layton is a freshman from Marana, Arizona. So he's from out here.
Just north of Tucson, Marana. That's been an area that's really blown up over the years.
Ball is just a bit outside.
I always feel like, I used to make fun of my dad and stuff for like, oh man, when we moved here, this place was nothing but, whatever. And now I'm saying it myself. Marana really growing the last few years.
Avenente up the middle for a base hit into center field. He's having himself a day.
Yes, he is.
And he's doing what the leadoff hitter should do, getting on base.
I'm getting corrected by my Tucsonian bride that it's Marana.
Marana.
Not Marana.
Now, I'm the one saying it wrong. You're just following my lead.
I feel like a Marana. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They had a good showing in the state playoffs last year for high school football, I believe. Well, this is David Robeloff back up at the plate, the right fielder for the Lions. Quick pickoff throw. Nothing going there for Avenente, at least right now. That's Santiago Guerrero still pitching for the Mustangs. A little harder to steal off a left-handed pitcher. But he's going to try anyway. There goes Avenente. Throw is high. Sails into center field. Avenente is going to hop up and take third and be in there with a slide. And Emmerich Avenente.
2 stolen bases.
He's got himself on third with nobody out.
Loving life over there.
He is.
Now he's catching his breath. Tell you what, Coach Zach Chilton loving life. Congratulating his infielder on that.
I really hope they're doing laundry before tomorrow's game. I mean, we could start a GoFundMe for it. But
We don't have the 14 alternative uniforms to change into.
They might go with the road jerseys tomorrow.
Do they have road jerseys?
Yeah,
I've only seen the pinstripes.
Oh, and that's going to hit Robeloff, and he's going to take first. You know what? As I say that, they wore their grays last night. So Tibertini hasn't washed his jersey from last Sunday. So I have to talk to Federico, see if we
maybe he had a great
some quarters.
Did he have an okay game last? Maybe he's doing the superstition
maybe it's
thing.
a superstition thing.
Baseball players do tend to be more superstitious than a lot of other
now
athletes.
that you bring that up, they did not wear these jerseys last night. This is Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. Pickoff move over to first. The bullpen's calling for a balk over there, but nothing going. Side of the umpires. Rosalino Valenzuela at the plate again here.
Sack fly last time up, if I recall.
He did. He got lifted one to right field there. I'm still calling for it, man. I just want him to get into one here. Guerrero delivers. That one's out wide. Robeloff is going to steal that one without a throw.
Probably a smart move by the catcher. Didn't want to risk that one going into the outfield with a runner on third.
That ball is outside.
Tries to frame it in, but Umpire says no.
That one's outside, and Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. draws himself another walk. And the bases are loaded for Durso Melendez, the catcher and cleanup hitter today.
I wish y'all could see this work of art that is Matt Shively's scorebook. He is intensely putting this thing together. Not even the official score, but he wants to bring accurate information to you all. That's what it is.
And we are going to have another pitching change, I believe, or just a conference on the mound.
Looks like a conference. I don't see anybody coming.
Guerrero is getting strategy in the infield as well. Talk to him about what they want to do here with the bases loaded. And no outs. No runs in yet. But the Lions are threatening here in the bottom home half of the seventh. Hey, we didn't even have our seventh inning stretch. Where's Joe on that? He didn't play. Take me out to the ball game on the speaker.
we gotta have him get on that.
I talked to him on that. Did you know that the seventh inning stretch was started by President Taft?
I did know that. Who got up in the middle of the seventh inning
and stretch his legs, and everyone followed suit, and it's been a tradition ever since.
None as well known, probably, as the Cubs' seventh inning stretches with good old Harry Carey.
Good old Harry Carey. Those are the most entertaining seventh inning stretches. Durso Melendez takes a strike from Guerrero.
It's almost like everybody in those wants to determine, like, they compete for who can be the most Chicago when they do the.
They do, or the most Harry-esque.
Yes.
As they honor the late great Harry Carey, one of my heroes.
Which I think Will Ferrell probably has the handle on the best Harry Carey impression.
I think so.
Those of you that are students and stuff, Harry Carey was.
Harry Carey. Well, I'll tell you about him. Ask me sometime. Buy me a coffee. I'll tell you about Harry Carey. Here's Durso Melendez. Hits that one the other way, and that's going to bounce in front of the right fielder for a base hit. One run's going to score. Right behind him is Robeloff, and he too will score. 2-run single for Melendez, and the Lions extend their lead.
Great piece of hitting there, out into right field, and he's got a motor on him too.
And the Lions move their lead to 12-7
with the always dangerous Trey Williams.
Trey Williams takes outside ball one. He has taken a lot of walks today. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, perhaps 3 walks depending on how you score the short hop that hit him in the leg on ball 4. Guerrero delivers, and that one's chopped away foul by Williams.
He has, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, and I might be, but I think he has the only home run for the Lions so far this season.
He has the only home run in Lions history, Jason.
Right. What a cool year for these guys to be putting their names in the record books right out the gate.
That ball's a little high. Almost wanted to come back over the plate.
Last weekend, Lemoyne Owen came in from Memphis, and the Lions were able to secure not just their first program win, but their first program series win.
That's it. Chopper to second base. He's going to go to second for one. On to Williams, but the throw gets away from Jaquez, and Trey Williams is going to be safe on the fielder's choice. 4-6 on that one.
Still in the bottom of the 7th.
1 out, first and third. 12-7 game here. And Caden Randall's the hitter, who has had himself a very nice game. He has been hit by a pitch. He has singled. He has doubled. He has 2 RBIs.
Telling you, it's the bat, Matt.
Got to be the pink bat power. Randall, the third baseman for the Lions. He hits one deep to left. Going back on, it's the left fielder. And he's going to make the catch, but tagging up and scoring is Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. That ball made it all the way to the warning track.
Yeah, I saw a collision with the wall coming in. It was just short. So
there's a late break on that ball too, with the shades there. That high sky can be hard to read the bat off the ball.
Caden probably wants that extra few feet, but he'll take the RBI.
He'll take his third RBI of the game. And now there's 2 outs and a runner on first for Federico Tibertini.
Who only has 1 on.
Oh, that's weird. For a while there, it was bases loaded or nobody on. He would either lead off an inning or come up with the bases loaded.
The Lions manufacturing some runs this inning. 13-6 is the score. Is that correct?
It is 12-7.
12-7. I thought that was 13-7 on the last.
13-7.
On Valenzuela
Definitely
Jr.
not
coming
6.
in. Yeah,
That's
the 7 I
that's
got wrong.
13-6.
That's why you need a scoreboard in the outfield sometimes.
Yeah, it's 13-3 in this inning. They had it's 10-7 going into the bottom.
And I'm not even doing what you're doing. You're keeping a nice score over there. I don't even have that in front of me, so I'm guessing completely.
I have to kind of count the blurbs. Tibertini swings on, hits one down the right field line. There's nobody over there.
My drop.
And that's going to fall foul, though.
Oh.
Just a little bit foul. Get those Mustang defenders running, though.
Matt, give me your top 3 baseball movies of all time.
Ooh. That's a good one.
I think it depends when you grew up.
It does.
I mean, you have to put Field of Dreams in there, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Oh, man. I'm going to have to go top 10 on that one. That one's low for Freddie.
Well, I wouldn't say it's in my top 3, but the movie I always remember when I look at these foul polls is Angels in the Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield. I love Rookie of the Year. It's a good one.
Yep.
Rookie.
Bad News Bears is always a good one.
Poked up the middle, right at the center fielder who comes in and makes a shoestring grab to retire the side. So that is the end of the 7th inning, but the Lions got 3 runs. And they got that on 2 hits. And there was 1 left on at the end of 7, 13-7 Lions. Top of the 8th inning, and Dallin Stokes still out pitching for the Lions. He's been very effective in relief. Really slowed stuff down for the Mustang attack. Dongjun Shin, the hitter, the center fielder for the Mustangs.
Slowing down, not something I would say about Stokes, though. He's been right into his pitch stretch. And here he goes again already.
Shin is 2 for 4 on the afternoon. Single and a double. Chopper to third. Randall's got it. Across the diamond to Williams for the putout, 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Nice, smooth play by Randall to Williams. No rush. 1 out. Mark Gonzalez was the DH, but we have a new hitter for the Mustangs, number 9. Joshua Loving in the DH role. He takes a first pitch off of the shoulder for a hit by pitch. So Dallin Stokes taking a deep breath there. And Alessandro Morrison now at the plate, the left fielder.
What's he done today, Matt?
Morrison had a sacrifice fly, and he's walked twice and grounded to short.
Because he came into today with 750 hitting percentage.
Ooh, my.
9 out of 12. 4 RBIs.
9 out of 12 would be 667, wouldn't it?
9 hits
Oh, I
out of
guess
12
that's 3
at
out
bats.
of 4. You're right,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah. It's a good thing we don't teach math.
Yeah. Stokes throws that one over the middle of the plate for a strike. I would say Morrison's only an official 0 for 1 in this game. So his average is not going to go down too far there. That one's a strike over the outside part of the plate.
(13-7), top of the 8th inning.
You said 9 for 12?
9 for 12 coming into the
So
game.
he's 9 for 13 now. There's a strike, 9 for 14. He goes down swinging. That breaking ball gets another Mustang to chase, and now there's 2 outs.
Stokes ready to go.
He's already ready, and Carlos Jaquez is not even out of his dugout.
Looking for his sign. He says, come on, Durso, let's go. And Durso says, we got to wait for the batter guy.
Yeah, you kind of got to slow down there. Relief pitchers get dialed in. They get a little quirky, too. Here's Jaquez. That ball's thrown. Durso gets it, but he's just going to eat that one. Not even throw, and
Stokes patting his chest. He knows that was his fault.
Loving's going to get to second on a wild pitch there. Jaquez singled, walked, struck out, and been hit by a pitch in this one. Another one in the dirt. 2-0. Stokes is into his 4th inning here of relief. He's really calmed things down up there. That one's high and away. Ball 3. But he's threatening to lose Jaquez here. He gets set, checks the runner. Here's his 3-0 delivery, and that's ball 4 to Jaquez. And he loses the hitter. Now 2 on with 2 out.
Melendez trying to encourage his pitcher. Settle back down. Settle in there.
We got a new pinch hitter up for Jose Rosales, the catcher. This is number 27.
Is it 27 or 37? I thought I saw a third. 37? Let's see when he turns. If he turns. Yeah,
37.
37. So that's Jonathan Brooks. Freshman.
Katy, Texas.
No stats in here for him either.
In the dirt, but nobody trying to advance on that one. Good block by Durso Melendez.
He is a kinesiology major. I know that about him. Another degree program we have at justice. Matt's throwing things at me here.
My pencil exploded.
It's all that work it's doing.
It is. And there's a strike over the outside corner. Nice pitch by Dallin Stokes.
As we mentioned, these two teams play again tomorrow at noon on the campus of Arizona Christian. So if you're looking for the broadcast, that will not be here. It will be at ACU.
Swing on and miss by Brooks. Big spot for the freshman here. Coming in a pinch hit roll. Stokes looking to do something about that. Fly ball deep to left center. On his horse is Cy Peterson. It's going to hit the wall, be over his head. Here comes Brooks digging for third, and he's going to be in there with a triple. 2-run triple for Jonathan Brooks, pinch hitting. And his Mustangs are not going quietly into this dark night. They are fighting back.
Randall thought he had that out at third. Umpire disagrees.
Let's check on our center fielder out there, Cy Peterson.
Looks like he's shaking it off.
So 13-9 now our score. The man on third base, 2 outs.
Courtesy runner in.
And Colby Martinez, and that's Brooks was in the catcher spot, so they can do that. This is Colby Martinez, who slid into the shortstop spot. That ball's wide. Love for Stokes to get out of this inning. No further damage.
Another Texas product.
You like the
freshman.
you like the pencil bat he's got there? Kind of looks like a pencil bat.
Yeah, it's just the way it's
pink.
taped.
Yeah, at the top, looks like an eraser. There's a strike over the middle of the plate. 1-1 to Martinez. Martinez's first at bat. Came in for Timrod Cedillo playing short. That curveball was just a bit outside.
Coming into the game with only 3 at bats, no hits on the season.
That one's low. Skips away from Melendez, but not far enough to advance the runner from third. Elijah Hernandez over there as the courtesy runner for Brooks, who hit that triple.
All right, so Matt, how did he get?
There's a strike.
How is he 0 for 3? I don't see any walks, any hit by pitches, anything, and yet has a run scored. Could he be a pinch runner or something?
Yeah, he could have reached. Hang on, more on that in a minute. Here's a fly ball to center field. Cy Peterson tearing in, slowing down. He makes the catch and retires the side, but not before the Mustangs fight back. And they get 2 more runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th with a score of 13-9. Lions coming up. So it could be a hit by pitch or he was a pinch runner. But that would probably be a run scored for whoever he was pinching for. Could have reached on a sacrifice.
Can you reach on the strikeout?
Hey.
Not
Yeah.
counted as a strikeout?
13-9.
Yes. I suppose he could do that, right? He could strike out and still reach base.
Yep.
Still the same pitcher?
That's new. Freddie flew out to right. What did Freddie do to get up?
And we're back here, bottom of the 8th inning.
Cy Peterson up there to lead things off for the Lions. New pitcher in for the Mustangs.
Good to see. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Matt.
Number 11, Alex Lujan. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, good to see Cy up there. He took a pretty good hit on that wall last inning.
And that ball's lifted to right, taking a few steps back as Anderson, and he's able to haul that one in and retire Cy. Start off the 8th inning. Bringing up Kato Takahashi with one gone. I don't think Kato picked that song. That was probably not his first choice there. I hear Shania Twain coming on, and I don't think our...
Man, you got quite defensive of Kato very quickly,
I don't think
Matt.
Kato's heard that song, but maybe he has. I don't know Kato's music taste. Here's the pitch outside.
Are you saying Shania Twain didn't get to Tokyo? Is that what you're saying?
I think Shania Twain will get to Tokyo here in the next year or two. We'll see. Maybe she.
And it would have to be "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" too, wouldn't it?
That would be the song. That's the song. That one's outside. Kato's had a pretty good game as well. He had 2 at-bats back in the 6th. A single and a flyout.
I'm making my list for Joe. No, take me out to the ball game and Kato's walk-up music.
He's 1 for 4. Got a stolen base. Reached on a strikeout, but got to get to first base on that one. Still do some damage on the base paths. He takes a strike there.
Good pitch right down the middle.
Lujan in his first inning of work here for the Mustangs. That ball is strike 2 for Kato. Little nod of, okay, I see. Lujan is set, and here's the pitch. Ball's outside. And Kato Takahashi draws himself a walk with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Getting us back to the top of the order, and Emric Avenente.
He's had a couple of plate appearances today.
He has. Emric is 3 for 4 with a walk. He's scored 3 runs, and he's stolen several bases. At least 2.
I was going to say at least 3.
I think at least 3.
He stole 2 on 1 play.
Well, that's not how that would be scored, but...
That's all right. I'm giving him credit anyway.
That's a stolen base and an error, getting to 3rd. But either way, he got the 3rd. That was
Wow. I like my version better.
I do too, actually.
Helps the stat sheet, which I'm not keeping.
It helps the imaginary stat
No
sheet.
fear fans out there. I'm not taking stats.
Lujan looks and fires in the dirt.
Zoe Pepper actually doing a great job of taking stats so far for the home games.
She was saying she grew up doing that with her dad.
Yep.
Love that. Alex Lujan, by the way, is a junior out of El Paso, Texas. Right-handed pitcher.
It's your kind of guy. He's a psychology major, Matt.
Look at that.
Trying to get into the mind of the batter, maybe?
He is. Maybe we can talk self-care after. Discuss Pavlov's dog and other
Schrodinger's, what's it called?
Schrodinger's cat.
That's it, cat. See, I should have known that because your reference to dog brought that to my head, so it must have been the cat reference.
Schrodinger cat's more of a physics thing, but the pitch to Emric Avenente from Lujan. Another curveball gets away. Takahashi takes off, and he's going to get to second, and he's going to get to third as that ball skips into center field.
Hey, Matt, that was a steal and an error.
That was neither.
Dang it. That
was a wild pitch.
Was it a pass ball or a wild pitch?
So was it on the pitcher or was it on the catcher?
I think it was on the pitcher because it went outside.
And it's a wild pitch.
Yeah, so
that's a wild pitch and then an error on the catcher. So that part you got right.
Is that regardless of if he was going to before the pitch?
If he was going, it was just a stolen base. And then it would be an error on the catcher. to get in the
So,
third.
see, I'm
That
just going to
one's
say
high.
he was going then.
He was going.
And I would have been right.
I don't think he was going.
Okay, you're right.
And if it's a pass ball, it's actually an error on the catcher. It's an E2.
I feel like we're the odd couple out here, man.
I know. And a wild pitch is not an error on the pitcher, though. It's its own category. It's a wild pitch. Regardless, that's a walk for Emric Avenente. That guy's on base again. He has been all day long.
Got to be 5 times on base now?
Yes, sir. And that brings up David Robeloff, who also has been on base quite often, 3 times in this game. He's got an RBI double. He's been hit by a pitch. He's singled, and he's stolen a couple of bases.
Catcher for the Mustangs just threw a bunch of signs out there to his team. Haven't really seen either team do that yet.
They're talking about what that first third pickoff play will be if the runner steals here. And Avenente is going, and he's in there for stolen base.
Another one.
I can't tell what the play was. Could you tell if the shortstop was trying to pick that off before it got to the base?
I don't think he was.
I have like literally 7 people between me and the second base bag.
Stand up, Matt.
They're going to go ahead and walk Robeloff intentionally to load the bases for Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. Now, if you walk the bases loaded to get to me, I'm offended.
Yes.
I want to do something about that.
Especially, I mean, Lino is known for his. I mean, he's got some power if he gets contact. So
He does. But he's also prone to the double play ball, which is what they are banking on here. Here's the pitch.
yeah, took the
Toledo
first one.
in the dirt. Ball 1. Be offended, but do something about it. That's what I would say.
Make him regret the decision.
Make
right?
him regret the decision. That's it. Lino has a 1-0 count. Still looking to break loose in this game. The big hit. Another one in the dirt. He's walked a few times. He's got a sac fly. Couple runs scored.
He's just an intelligent batter up there.
He is. He's 0 for 2, technically.
How about the walks he's taken?
Yeah, he scored 2 runs and driven 1 in. So he's made his presence known. And when you're the DH, you don't get to play in the field. So you want to, your only chance to do damage is at the plate to make an impact on the game. So he didn't like that strike call.
No, I did not like it at all.
Thought that was a little high. Maybe momentarily forgot he was 6'6".
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Strike. That curveball fooled him. And it's 1-2. Lino's seen his repertoire a little bit. Lujan checks the side, and here's the pitch. He waits on that curveball. He lifts that ball deep to left field. Left fielder ranging over. He's going to catch it. That's going to be another sac fly. Runners second and third both moving up. And that's another sac fly for Lino. Get one of those runs back from the last half inning. 14-9 now the score.
Yeah, Lino made real good contact on that one. We've seen several balls right at the wall from these Lions today, which is good, a good sign. And a couple of sac flies for Rosalino Valenzuela Jr. Good day at the plate today. That's all you can ask for from your DH.
Knock in some runs, score some runs, make an impact. Here's Melendez. He takes curveball high for ball 1. Got runners on the corners. With 2 outs now in this 14-9 contest. Lions ahead. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. There goes the runner. That ball's hit right where the shortstop used to be before he started covering second.
Yeah.
And that's going to score Avenente. And somehow not Robeloff. I think Robeloff could have scored on that, but that's okay. Avenente scores on the base hit by Melendez.
I'm going to give Melendez credit and say he knew exactly where to hit it and knew that shortstop was going to head to second. But that was a great piece of hitting. Maybe a little bit good fortune too, having the shortstop heading to second for a pickoff.
It does happen sometimes.
Nice when things work out, but runners on the corners now.
And the runner's still on the corners for Trey Williams.
Trey, heavy contact on his last time up, I believe. Flied out.
15-9 our score.
I have to check my memory on that. Is that his
Throw
last hit?
over. Safe. Delay call up by the second base umpire there. What were you asking about, Trey?
Just
Sorry.
Trey's last at bat was it a flyout? I remember a deep hit, one of these.
He grounded out to the second baseman. He reached on the fielder's choice, though. But yes, he has lifted the ball before that ball is thrown through, and safe is the courtesy runner.
Ball not on target.
Curio.
Not on target by the catcher there. Just take a bounce off the infield and out to the outfield. Good backup by the center fielder though.
Again, Calvin Curio running for Melendez when he gets on base. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Now Trey Williams has 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. That ball's low. I don't think you want Randall up with the bases loaded. Not today. Might consider that as he works to Williams. Randall would be next. Ball ripped down the right field line, but foul wide of the first base coach over there. This game's about 3.5 hours old now. Lots of runs scored. Curveball just misses high off the plate. Good take there by Trey Williams. Lujan laboring a bit on the mound. Williams digging in there. Swing and a miss. For strike 2.
Good at bat though. It's only strike number 2. He's been up there a while.
Full count for Trey Williams here. Runners will be off on contact here with 2 gone. That ball fouled off to the left side.
Fighting off a pitch just outside, I think, but better safe than sorry making contact like that.
Williams looking for his first hit of this game. Been on with a couple of walks so far and a fielder's choice. That ball is again, what do you call that? Is that a hit by pitch or a walk?
It's a hit by pitch because it hit him on 4. It hit him on the foot. So
it was almost like his earlier one.
Did you see the? Is there one that's better or worse for the pitcher? A hit by pitch or a ball? Base on balls?
Not really. You count walks and hits per inning pitch as whip. So I don't know if a hit by pitch factors into your whip.
I only asked because the catcher jumped up and pointed at Trey's foot as if to say that went off of him, maybe to save his pitcher from a walk.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So we got
Randall,
who's got 2 hits, a single, a double, a sac fly, a hit by pitch, and 3 RBIs. Caden Randall's had a game over there at the hot corner, third base. Waits on that curveball, sends one ball deep to left center. Center fielder Shin ranging over will catch that just shy of the wall, right at the warning track again. Randall's had a couple threaten to leave the yard, but they got a couple of runs back. So at the end of 8, it's 15-9 Lions.
Back in Chandler, Nozomi Park, getting ready for the top of the 9th inning. The Lions 3 outs away from a win. 15-9's your score. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by 410 Real Estate. 410 Real Estate is a full-service residential real estate firm in Gilbert, Arizona, working all over the valley, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or you have a property that you need managed. 410 Real Estate's the call you should make. Check them out at the number 4, TENPM.com. That's 410PM.com.
Well, the closer in here for the Lions in the top of the 9th inning, Sloan Robertson got his first save as a Lion on Saturday, the first game of the doubleheader. Today's opener, Mark Graham, got the save in the bottom, or the second game of the double dip. But work still to be done here. 15-9 Lions, but you can't take anything for granted. A lead in the 9th can dissolve fast. But Jackson Anderson, who's been that guy for the Mustangs so far in this game, is going to lead things off. He's had himself a really good game. He's 2 for 3, couple of RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and a strikeout. Sloan Robertson rocks and fires. Little outside, ball 1 to Anderson.
We talked during the break. You can definitely hear the difference in the velocity on these pitches from your closer. Sloan with a fastball that's near at 90 or a little bit over 90, if I'm remembering correctly.
Sloan looks dialed in up there. There's a little low ball too.
I was with you. Stirring a little low. We have the reality, and then we have what the umpire calls. Oh, yeah. Sorry, was that out loud?
We have our vantage point. That's all we have. Here's Sloan Robertson. The 2-0 delivery. That one's in for a strike. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore because Anderson ducked out of the way, and that caught the inside corner.
I mean, he is setting up, or he was. He's not so much anymore, but he was setting up pretty close to the plate. So
2-1 is the count. Here's Sloan Robertson to Anderson. That ball's foul back this way.
Just behind our tent.
Strike 2 on Anderson. Lions would love to hold on to this one and set up a potential series win against these Mustangs tomorrow at 12 o'clock at ACU. Here's Sloan Robertson. Curveball, missed that one outside. Anderson's worked the count full. Here, the first hitter of the 9th inning in this 15-9 game. Lions ahead. Robertson gets his sign. Here comes the full count delivery. Ball 4, just a little bit high. Melendez looking to calm him down, and Jackson Anderson's got himself another trip on base.
Derek Martinez next up for the Mustangs, the third baseman.
Martinez came in for leadoff hitter Alex Montiel. Played third base.
Coming into the day, still looking for his first hit this season.
There's a strike. This is his first at bat of this game.
Only his second at bat of the season.
Coach Appel trying to get all his players some chances to hit here in this road trip for them. There's another pitch that just misses off the corner for Sloan Robertson.
Making me laugh, Matt. It's a long weekend when you travel like this. You gotta work through your lineup appropriately.
You do. They made the trip. They want to get in. A curveball inside, just a little bit. 2-1. Sloan had that save the other day. He came in with a mess on his hands and got a fly ball and a double play to get out of it.
Seems to be missing high today.
He's missing the strike zone, and it's going to cause the BPMs to move in an upward trajectory for Coach Zach Chilton over there.
Are you saying he gets a little excited about these games?
I think so. He cares a lot. 3-1 to Sloan Robertson.
Popped
Pops
up,
it
coming
up.
back our way.
And out of play. Strike 2. Derek Martinez hanging in there. Full count to Martinez from Lions closer Sloan Robertson.
You got to keep your eyes on those foul balls. You're not under the tent anymore.
I'm not. Sun has moved another foul ball straight back.
It's a camera shaker.
Martinez not going easily here. Not giving in. Neither is Robertson. Robertson checks the runner here. No outs in the top of the ninth. Man on first. Pitch to Martinez. Strike 3. He gets him. Freezes him on that fastball.
The batter knew that one right when he didn't even argue or look. He just picked up his bat and walked away.
Big strikeout there. And Trevor Layton will come up to the plate. And Robertson would love a ground ball here. Checks his runner at first. Layton digs in. Robertson gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Hear that pop of the glove.
Challenging him, just coming right at the batter there.
I believe this is Layton's first to bat. That ball down the right field line. Ranging over is Roboloff. He's there to make the catch. The runner retreats to first.
1 out away.
1 out away from a victory here at Nozomi Park.
Officially their home field opener.
That's true.
They did have a home opener
for
last
this year.
weekend.
Yeah. The home field for the season. That'll bring up Dongjun Shin, the center fielder.
And just under construction at their campus for a home field for these guys. Looking forward to that.
Shin's been a tough out there. Hit the ball solidly a few times.
Played really well in the outfield today, too.
Yes, Robertson. That ball's chopped over his head, fair down into the corner. That's going to be problems. Slow roller into the corner. That's going to easily score Anderson from first. Shin is going to have a stand-up triple, which he probably should have slid in hindsight because he barely got in there. But RBI triple for Dongjun Shin, and it's now 15-10.
Looked like maybe a couple of the Lions players didn't realize that ball was going to be called fair. It fell, what looked like close to foul, but it went over third base fair. So
He perfectly chopped it over Randall's head. And yes, like you said, it stayed in fair.
but both Randall and who's out there in,
Seems like Takahashi kind of took his time to get to that ball.
yeah, they both kind of were like, oh, that's foul. And then, got to go after it.
Joshua Loving, now the hitter, with 2 outs and a man at third.
Great pitch. Come at me, pitch. Somebody's excited.
Lion Bull, the dugout getting hyped over there. Sloan Robertson gets a sign and brings it home a little wide. Outside.
Sloan coming up on closer to 20 pitches now, probably.
Something like that. He's thrown quite a bit here.
This guy's fighting him off.
Got 2 outs, though. See if he can get one more. There's a strike.
1 strike away or one out away.
Joshua Loving, the hitter here. Got hit by a pitch and scored his only at bat. And the bullpen and dugout are on their feet, fired up, looking for a victory. Here comes Sloan Robertson, the pitch. Curveball, he gets it. Strike 3, foul tip into the mitt, and that's going to do it. The Justice University Lions take this one 15-10 over the Mustangs from the University of the Southwest.
That was a great team win. It was started off rough. We were a little worried. Then they came back, tied it up early, and then we saw that big run there by the Mustangs. Put them up 4, I think, early in the game. And Justice came back, and once they took the lead, didn't see it go away after that.
That's right. Really good team victory again. Lots of base runners, stealing bases, clutch hitting, solid defense out there, and some clutch pitching performances from Dallin Stokes and Sloan Robertson slamming the door home in the 9th. And that's not an easy victory. That was a hard-fought victory. And so let's see if they can do it again tomorrow at ACU. Just a reminder, we won't be calling that one, but if you go over to ACU's website, they have a live feed of a lot of their games on the GSAC network. So hopefully you can catch the action over there tomorrow at high noon.
Our next broadcast for these guys, next Friday, doubleheader. But our next broadcast in general, live tomorrow, will be at noon for men's basketball. And we will also be calling and recording the women's sand volleyball team in their match tomorrow. And we'll have that posted to YouTube tomorrow as well. Unfortunately, can't stream 2 at a time, so we have to record one and stream one. But we will look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you checking in with us today. Again, final score 15-10 in favor of the Lions. And for Matt Shively, I'm Prof G. We'll see you next time.
Peace.